lobby with my friends and run around and see where the hard points
Welcome
are.
back, y'all.
Like on Derailed or something like that. Because Skid Row, like
COD Next is here at last.
In the back about this. It's
Let's
like
go.
Maps now, like you have maps like Skid Row that could actually like be potentially viable, like competitively, which is quite exciting. It just changes the entire like feel of the offer.
And so we're switching things up a little bit today.
We've honestly already been talking to CDL a little bit about some of their favorites. About what
we are live with COD
Next,
Next, looking at some gameplay. We got Dr. Lupo rocking it right now.
Looking at Lupo, my guy Lupo.
Looks like they've unlocked all the weapons already. Wait, boots?
We can get a good look here. He's got the lightweight boots. And
Oh,
Kim, I would love
snap.
if you would take us through what we're seeing here and how loadout select has changed and what players can expect.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here, so someone is looking at our boots
Lightweight,
category. This
climbing,
is actually one of our new
stalker,
categories
tactical,
for perks.
covert.
So we've split up the perks into 3 different categories. We have boots, gloves, and gear.
Oh, that's kind of
and you're
cool.
gonna see
Instead of just
some
having
fan
1, 2, and
favorites
3.
come back. We've remixed some of the perks, and we've brought some
That's
new
a
ones
sick
into the fray.
skin.
Now, they're all also represented with physical gear items. So everything that you see there has some contextualization for players. So it's not just a list of things you're selecting from. It's like you're getting these movement boosts because you're bringing in boots.
Yep,
or you're getting
yep.
This, weapon handling bump.
Okay, so
because
really,
you're
like, it's the
bringing in
same as the
gloves.
perks normally
So we
are.
really like to add that
The
sort of
difference
context
is
for
they've
players
added
to
in
understand
boots or different
what
things.
they're
What's
bringing
up,
in for
Glitched?
Yeah, it's different, it's logical, but you're also going to see
Hope you're
some
doing
of the
well,
same
man.
perks that we know and love. So
yes.
Call of Duty fans will be familiar with them. But
Jonathan, good to
presented
see ya.
in an all-new way. What are you guys most excited about to see here with players getting into that
That's a
loadout
good question.
edit, kind of customizing these builds out for their play styles?
I think for me, it's all of the movement aspects of it, right? So we have so many things that are on there on perks that are around. We have one that allows you to slide further.
The knee pads.
Yeah, the knee pad.
I've been using the-
So it
yeah,
increases
I've
the
been
slide
using the
canceling.
And then we have the lightweight boots. We have the canvas sneakers. I also hear they're your favorite.
Is this going to all go over then to Warzone as well?
Yeah.
We need all the things.
So, and those are just going to
Man, I'm
cancel out
excited.
your noise when you're moving around. They're going to eliminate footsteps.
the true silent movement.
Ooh,
is
Rust,
back.
here it is.
Yep.
is there.
Can confirmed, have used it, heard nothing. So it is very silent.
Oh, yeah,
Literally
Ninja is back.
footsteps.
Oh yeah, no.
Dude,
well,
would
yeah,
Ninja
also,
be
you know,
available
I mean, I
on
can't hear it anymore
Warzone?
at their old age anyway. No,
That would be insane if you had Ninja and Ghost on Warzone.
but
No
hey, I guess
footsteps?
when, you know,
Oh,
you're
man,
talking
imagine how
about,
much people would
Call of Duty
rage.
hasn't been around for so long. It's just amazing how we've all just grown up with this, right? And you guys are seeing these things that happened back then. You know, the way the game was
People
made. And you're
would
taking ways to, like, improve
rage.
upon it,
Absolutely
also, again,
rage.
keeping it very familiar, but also keeping it very fresh. Something that
I haven't
really,
seen Dr. Lupo
stuck
play
out
in
to
so
me,
long.
Kim, is that you guys bringing back that classic of radar, right? You know, you got your mini map with red dots on there.
Yeah, shotgun does not seem to be
love
the
it.
way.
I'm glad that came back in.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so any
Lockwood, 8
unsuppressed
gauge.
weapon fire will show up as a red dot on the mini-map, and we think it's really just a core intel piece for our player base for Modern Warfare 3. We really want to make sure that people know where the firefights are happening, really understand, you know, and as we mentioned earlier about just knowing the maps and being very familiar and nostalgic with those things, like you can see the red dots on the mini-maps and you can understand, I know the map already potentially coming in, I know how I'm going to flank, I know where we're going to go.
Okay.
You can strategize more with your
So it seems like you got
teammates.
about,
So,
what,
we really just felt that
7, 8 meters of kill time?
Absolutely the way
What's
to go.
up, Dave?
Classic gameplay.
Yeah, I'm doing well today. I'm
to
very
classic
excited for
maps.
the
I
upcoming
think
stuff.
to
If
your
you've seen
point,
them start
on
to
these maps, it makes
release a
perfect
lot of
sense,
new
especially with familiarity. And even for new
videos
players, you're gonna figure these
on
maps out
Modern
quickly,
Warfare 3,
but
kind of starting
it's,
some new editing
it
styles, different
feels-
things. So
it feels right. It
excited
feels
just to get
great.
back into Call of
I
Duty,
really
honestly.
love seeing it. You have a direct way to engage.
we'll still be doing
So
single-player
I'm really excited
games,
to hear you guys talk about that.
but they'll be
And
kind of the
that's not the
offshoots. So
only
Call of
piece
Duty
of
Warzone is
classic
going to be our
gameplay that you'll
primary.
see returning
And then we'll still be
in
doing
Modern Warfare
offshoots
3.
when great single-player like Spider-Man
We've talked
2
about-
games like
we've
that
talked
come
about
out.
A little bit of movement, but I'd like to get into some of the nitty-gritty. Slide animation cancel, reload animation cancel. They're both back.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the
we,
cancel
felt
animations
really
are back. I
strongly
mean,
about
that makes
bringing back
sense. You
slide
need
cancel
that.
And reload cancel.
You
know, and in
100%
both of those
need that.
things, really, the core was we wanted players to feel responsive and
So
feel
chat,
like they
will
had
you
a
be
lot of
playing Modern
options. So
Warfare
we know
3?
that when you commit to doing
No,
a
no, no, no,
select,
no, not
you're
yet,
gonna
Leah. This is the
trajectory. We know that when you're doing a reload,
this
some of
is
those
the
weapons
COD
have
Next
really long
event.
reloads. It's a real big
So this is
commitment.
live right
even after
now.
doing that, we wanted to make sure
And then
that
the beta
players
comes out
had the choice
tomorrow
to
if you
cancel out of
pre-order it
that
on
because we know
PlayStation.
things change moment to moment. So
So I'll be playing a lot this this coming week.
It felt right, you know,
I think
and
it's
we're
let's
just so
see,
happy that we
Thursday. I
have
think
it back.
Saturday
We know
I
that
can play on
well, I think
PlayStation.
we feel that players are really
I'm
gonna be
actually
happy
really excited for it,
to
Leah,
are
because
back in.
personally I
Awesome.
loved
We're gonna see a
Modern
lot here
Warfare
today. I'm
2.
sure we have our movement kings and queens getting around the map in new and interesting ways.
I loved
Greg,
Modern Warfare
Time
2.
to
I thought it
Kill
was great,
or TTK.
but they're basically
Always a hot
bringing back
topic
all
with
the
our players,
speed,
with our
all the
community.
movement, all
It's
the
complex.
ADS.
It has a lot of different
It
moving
looks much
pieces
more like
when
the
we talk
classic
about it.
COD,
Can you give us details
which I think
on
is good
what
for
to
Call of
expect
Duty.
in terms of time to kill for Modern Warfare 3?
All right, time
Yes,
to kill.
I can. I can give you the exact
Yes, you
details.
It's
can.
50% more health.
This is the guy.
Only the exact details.
Only the
Yeah.
exact details. So rather than 100 health, we have 150 health across all of our players.
Right.
So that's got parity with Warzone.
So that is parity with Warzone, what's currently live in Warzone.
Yep.
And it'll also carry over into Modern Warfare 3
Yep.
Season 1 as well. And what we've also
Now he said
done with
what's
that time to kill,
currently
so what
live
you're
in
gonna notice
Warzone.
is
That
it's
means
much
it's
more
probably about
consistent
to
across the
change.
board. So we've eliminated
Note that,
some of these
okay?
spikes that we've had in the past. Because
He
our
said that like they're
modifiers- so we
changing
have
it.
modifiers on your, when you get a headshot, it does more damage. When
Yep.
you do a limb shot, it does less damage. So we've kind of normalized those and closed the gap between them.
Oh.
And what that allows for you as a player is you're able to really have this experience where it's consistent. So when you're putting bullets on target, it is now like you get that feeling, you get that rhythm back into your gameplay. And you're able to go from combat to combat and start to feel that pace of combat, especially with our hit markers now. Like the sound effect, if you haven't had a chance to listen to them, like they're fantastic. The audio team's done a great job with them.
Hit markers.
1 second, can I
Yeah.
pause it here? So a couple things he just said. One is he said, you know, they went from 100 to 150 base health, which is 50% more, which I talked about that in my video. If you guys haven't seen that yet, all the updates they're doing. But another thing he said is that we have increased the multipliers, so headshot, limb, etc. Which what that means, again, is skill gap. So if you just shoot in the body, it's going to be 150 health. But if they've increased the multiplier in the headshot, that means if you kill them with headshots, they're going to die faster as compared to headshots on Modern Warfare 2. Because the health went up 50%, but on a headshot, you could potentially kill them less than 50% longer. I know that's confusing, but the TTK. So again, it seems like everything they're doing on this game is increasing the speed of the game, increasing the flow and the movement, while also increasing that skill gap. If you get headshots, you're getting more rewarded. If you're better at movement, you get more rewarded, which is really, really needed in today's gaming. The best people should obviously be the best, right?
So
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, hit marker.
Hey,
visuals as well, so you
Dave,
also notice that headshot hit marker.
if you're
So
on
that's when that
PlayStation, we
extra
might be able to
damage is
play
gonna come into
some
play, and it's normalized across the board. So
Modern
it is a
Warfare
little longer.
together
You can
if you're down this
respond
weekend.
to getting shot, like as soon as you
For the
start to see
beta,
your
the open
green light
beta?
red, you can pull away, you can get into cover, and really take that engagement in the way that you want to take that engagement.
Yeah, I think with those visual identifiers and with the audio cues, kind of taking that step forward a little bit, you certainly feels like you have a bit more time to evade, definitely.
Yeah.
Because
You
I
have more
think-
survivability, you have more options with the freedom of movement
Yes, it certainly
to get out of
that.
combat. And that includes a new thing that I would like to talk about called tax stance.
Yes, tax stance.
Ooh, yes,
is
tax
a
stance. I haven't seen
fantastic
anybody use it
addition
yet.
to our movement set, as well as what you're doing with tactical gameplay. It is a mix. It's right in between your aim down the sight, so you're very
Hey, tactical
like,
grandma, let's go,
pinpoint
baby.
accuracy and your hip fire.
She's so
the
great.
Hip fire is going to be that big
Yep.
spread that you have. And so what it allows you to do is when you're in ADS, you can actually go in and toggle tax
We
stance.
just saw the UI pop up on
sweet.
on
There
the
it is.
screen.
There's
So
tax stance
it's
right
gonna
there.
it's gonna appear as down on the D-pad
Yeah.
for those of
And
you
for any
watching
like
gameplay.
sweats out there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns it into almost like a little bit of a sub, where
Yeah.
you can kind of like push corners a little bit more aggressively
Canted.
with it.
It's great for a CQB.
Yeah. So it feels like you're getting the best of both
This
worlds
game's
with it,
looking
while
really
also
solid.
still obviously you're not going to get the full benefits of using
Oh
an
yeah,
SMG.
and so those LMGs,
What's up,
like
Steven?
being able to
Welcome
take those
in.
Longer range weapons, when we talked earlier about
No.
the
You
range
don't
of
have
some
to
of the
buy it to
larger
get the
maps,
beta. That's
like
what
you
I'm
wanna be
saying,
able to
Dave.
run a longer gun. So being able to take that in and
I'm
then
saying
going to tax
tomorrow
inside,
and
indoors,
Saturday, I
going to
think
those
it. Let me see.
warehouses
Let me
is a
check the
fabulous
dates.
mechanic to have.
We just saw it here. We're seeing some clips of it. Yep.
Yeah, and it is very good. I was just,
Oh, man, I hate Edge.
I can see the application for it, and I think we're going to see
Let's
some
see,
awesome outplay opportunities. Like, players are going to go nuts with that feature.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
It's also nice just if you have a specific playstyle. Adam, you mentioned it's really great for close quarters combat, which is personally what I have used it for when I've been playtesting with you guys. But I think it's there if you want it, and if you're not, if you
Okay,
not
so
into it,
Sunday through
don't use
Tuesday,
it.
Dave,
You know,
we can
it's
play
an
together for
option.
free on
It's, again, that
PlayStation.
optionality for players to choose how they engage with movement.
And then I
and
can
all of
play
those
again
fun
from
ways
October
that we're,
12th to 16th. So
showing
all
off
next week I'll be playing this
And there are
game for
option settings
sure.
for that tax stance. Right now it's on the down D-pad. If you're not a controller masher like I am, I get in there.
That's
I
me.
can't
Yeah, so
a little
Sunday
bit.
through Tuesday,
Yeah,
Dave.
but
So if
for
you're
you
free,
to
let's
allow you to
play.
Put it on your stick, which, well, if you're not a keyboard and mouse player,
That'd be great.
and you can go in and it is much more like it is a skill at that point, being able to utilize that in those close quarters combat.
Right. Adam, I see you
I don't know a
studying
lot of these
gameplay
creators.
intently. We're on Rust here. What are we seeing?
I love me some
Your
Rust.
rage.
And just talking about the options any player can use. Somebody was running a shotgun a second ago. Now
I like all the dual
they
angles they're showing.
There's snipers up at the top of the tower. There's, on a map like this, that's
A lot of variety.
Hey, so if anybody else
that's
is on
really, like, fast
PlayStation
gameplay. You can still see
and would
it's
like to
viable
play
for
some
all
Modern
different
Warfare
playstyles.
3 with
Really
me,
exciting.
hit me
there
up in
really is
chat, hit me
nothing
up in
better than,
Messenger.
grabbing a shotty
Sunday
and
through
just running around the
Tuesday.
map
If you've
and-
pre-ordered the
I
game,
mean,
you can get it
he's
tomorrow
got
and
the Renetti
Saturday.
out. He's going ham
But
with it.
otherwise,
Oh,
Sunday
yeah.
through
You
Tuesday. I'm
got
gonna
all different-
pre-order it
you got all
for
different options here. We're probably gonna see a
PC,
lot of that on Rust today.
but that's
Taking a
not
hard
yet.
point right now.
Well, this has been really fun to check out, and we have plenty more to watch, without a doubt here. But we're going to take a quick
Jeez,
break
yeah.
from the gameplay. for a brief
250
second. We actually wanted
creators.
to mention an awesome
Someday
partnership
we're gonna be
between
there,
Call of
chat.
Duty and the Hundreds.
Someday.
Now, you're taking a look here. We should be seeing in a moment at a limited edition Call of Duty Hundreds clothing line, and you have a chance to win one of these 50 sets. So simple. All you got to do
That's actually
is
kinda
follow
clean.
at Call of Duty on X or Twitter, and make sure you
They still
tweet
say
or
Twitter
post,
/X.
hashtag CODNext and hashtag sweepstakes.
That's hilarious.
For a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel, tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set from this awesome lineup. And let's just go ahead and jump right back into the gameplay. And Greg, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone who has been playing Modern Warfare
Hey,
2,
what's up,
right?
Hart? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well.
We now know like their inventory. That's going to be making its way over to this game, which is
Hey, but let
really,
me know
really
too
cool,
on
and it
on
brings
TikTok.
like
Will
value for
you
that
be
player.
getting
Like,
Modern
hey, my
Warfare
time
3? Have
here
you already
was
pre-ordered it?
worthwhile.
Exactly.
If
and
so,
it
for
is
what
all
system
about
or
honoring the
console
player
are you gonna be
investment for
on?
us. Like we call this carry forward. We talked a little bit about it before. We had some blog posts about it. But with carry forward, all of your investment into Modern Warfare 2.
I think I'll just pre-order. Need to practice. Been a while since I played Call of Duty. No, you're gonna be better than me,
It's
Dave.
available for you day one in Modern Warfare 3, so you can go ahead and use that. Any operator that you've purchased or that you've unlocked as well. So if you got that spawn operator from Season 6.
The Season 6
Day
Battle
one.
Pass is coming with us.
It's there. It's there at day one, and it's fantastic to have even all of those blueprints and everything coming in with your weapon level as well.
Okay, wait, weapon level?
Is available. All
And
of
your
your
camos.
attachments, your camos are there.
Camos, if
What?
you completed your mastery camos, you got your Orion. That's
Yeah.
coming with
But
us
don't
too.
worry, the grind is still there for the Modern Warfare 3 weapons because it has its own set of completionist camos as well.
Hold up. So they just said that all of your skins, all of your weapon blueprints, and all of your weapon levels are all automatically transferring to Modern Warfare 3. First off, that's amazing because you don't got to start from scratch on everything because I've unlocked quite a bit of stuff. Secondly, that confirms this is really a paid DLC, not a new game. Now, I'm not complaining when I say that because they are throwing in a completely new campaign. They've changed up a lot of the mechanics. Those mechanics will probably also transfer into Warzone, I would assume, but maybe not. So really, this is a paid DLC, not a new game. Now, I'm 100% okay with that. If they're putting in this much new content, this much new effort, not only releasing all the classic Modern Warfare 2 maps for this one, but also bringing out a bunch of new maps. They also mentioned new ground war maps. There's also a Warzone map coming out, all that kind of stuff. So I'm very excited, but let me know what you think in the comments below.
That you can go in and grind your heart out for those and go ahead and get those in the game.
They won't
Yeah,
show
we're
the
gonna talk
weapon
about some of the
conversions
other
on
new
this, will they?
challenges coming to Modern Warfare 3 in a little bit, but exciting to hear that the camo grind is real. We'll be back on it before we know it. More to come soon.
Oh yeah, more to come. I love it. More to come soon. So ominous.
News at 6.
Well, speaking of weapons,
Man.
though, I love the fact that we're going to get carried forward. I like the fact that there's plenty as we're
Ooh,
seeing here.
got him.
What other new weapons might we be treated to? I guess moving forward here.
We have a bunch of new weapons coming in Modern Warfare 3. We have over 30 new weapons that you can experience, level, get
Wait,
new attachments for
so
them.
they're
We have
adding
new
30
global
weapons on
attachments
top?
as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow.
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. And
Whoa.
then we have 20 plus operators that are there for you to unlock and be able to use and experience.
If you don't mind me asking, how
The camel grind?
It must have been a fun challenge to take those.
Dude, you know I'll be
weapons from
grinding those
MW2
camels.
and bring them over to MW3 and like
Some
really
good camel
yeah,
sausage.
it's been a
How was
fun
that?
challenge.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's been great, and being able to have all of those weapons and being able to have your arsenal come with you is an amazing experience.
I felt like it was
day
important
one.
to you guys to have
It
that.
is. It's very important for us to honor our players and be able to take all of that. But you spent a year in this game. We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able to experience it. And have
Someone
fun
alert
and
PETA.
not
How you
set
doing,
back all the
Jonathan?
way. We still have 1 to 55. You're going to be able to.
Man, this
level
is kinda
that
crazy.
again. And we have new content in there for you.
So
to
all
experience.
guns,
All
all
the bells and whistles
attachments,
there,
all
but
skins,
being able to have those
all
weapons, being able to make it
operators
work with all of the attachments. We're actually doing
are
tuning
going.
on those weapons as well, so they're not going to be exactly the same. They're
So
going to
get the balance pass for Modern
they're going to
Warfare
have
3.
the essence of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons, but they're not going to be one-to-one. You can actually go in, and our friends at Binox have been able to put in detailed
Smart.
weapon stats for us, and you're going to be able to go in and look at all of those intricacies, check out what their headshot multipliers are, check out what their limb damage is, all of that stuff in there.
And that brings
Okay, that's big. So they're not just straight porting over the Modern Warfare 2 weapons and just saying, all right, all the Modern Warfare 2 weapons are there. Now we're going to also add Modern Warfare 3 weapons. If you played the original Warzone, you know that when Cold War came out, because it was coming from 2 different engines, the weapons, how they performed on Cold War were completely different how they operated on Warzone. And it made it so unbalanced to where your old weapons were almost useless. So now they've ported over all the weapon skins, all your weapon blueprints, operator skins, but then they have also added to tweak all the they've also then tweaked all the Modern Warfare 2 weapons to now match and line up with Modern Warfare 3. So you're getting the same look, the same guns, the same unlocks, but they're all coming into the new system of Modern Warfare 3. Yes, I know it's the same engine. Now, they even mentioned that it would show what the headshot multipliers are, what the limb multipliers are, all of that. So I think this is really good because you're not losing all of our hard work from the last year. You get all those weapons and everything all the way at the highest levels that you've unlocked them. Then you're getting the next 30 weapons. Then they also added that with the new global attachment, so when you unlock an attachment for any gun on Modern Warfare 3, that attachment is unlocked for every gun. You don't have to go back and unlock it again, which is amazing. But they also said that those Modern Warfare 3 attachments will also be able to be put on the old Modern Warfare 2 guns. So it sounds like they're actually very intentionally blending these games, but also, sounds like they're intentionally blending these games, but bringing them into the Modern Warfare 3 economy, for lack of a better word.
brings up attachment tuning. Attachment tuning is coming to Modern Warfare 3.
It is. It's part of Modern Warfare 2. It's part of that carry forward.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, excellent stuff. I think we're all just happy that, what I had already used is gonna come with me.
Nicki Minaj is coming with you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
That was what I needed to know about. Not Spawn. Although I do love me some Spawn.
The barbs are thrilled. Kim, we are seeing some epic looking skins and weapons on our creators here today. In fact, right now,
These guys are good,
if you
man.
look at the screen, check that out. I believe these are
Is that
from
doing
the
well?
Modern
How are you?
Warfare
So
3
happy
Vault Edition.
got the Niners
Can you
game
give
last
us
night? Dude,
some additional info.
that was actually
Yeah,
so
so what you're seeing right now are the
myself,
weapon
my wife
camos that
Abby and my brother Josh, we all went to the Niner game.
There's a blue and a red version. So there's the
gosh.
Crimson Fate,
Last
what we're calling
Sunday.
one of them, and the Carbon
That was our
Fate is
first
the
Niner game
other.
ever, like being
And
physically
these
out,
will
even though
be
we've been watching them
applicable
since I
on
was a
4
kid.
different weapons.
So
You
much
get the Vault
fun.
Edition,
They're so
plus
good.
all of
McCaffrey
their
threw down 4
attractions.
touchdowns
And they're
effortlessly.
reactive, so the better you do in the match,
Oh
the
my
more
gosh.
eliminations you get in a match, the more you'll start to see that
These
visual
look
change on your
incredible.
weapon. And as you can see,
Oh.
also the operators have their own versions of this. These
So
are the
cool.
Nemesis skins. So there is a
The
blue version and a
Nemesis
red
skins.
version there. The blue version goes on Price and Ghost, and the red version goes on Warden and Makarov.
Dude, those are the best looking
4
skins I've
operators
seen.
That get these skins. Same reactive tech, so you're gonna see a little bit of the silver metallic,
How do you get
shiny
them?
looking skin. Come
Do you have
up
to
on
buy
the
'em?
hands and the torso. The better you do in the match.
I've seen a lot of Warden hype on the internet, so I think people are really excited to see her in action, and that skin in particular is awesome. But one thing about the reactive skins, to your point, these are performance-driven, so that effect actually will scale back if you stop getting kills, guys.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, got to do well.
Gotta keep
You want
that
to you want to see the fun stuff on screen.
Yeah.
We need you to perform. So those will be awesome. People will be popping off having these awesome effects go around the map as well.
Well-
And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of the weapons,
Oh, those are in
and
the
diving
Vault
into it a
Edition.
little bit
Okay, those are
more, I
mine.
understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which that if we
All right,
could dive a
aftermarket
little bit
parts,
more
here
into
we
that,
go.
because that sounded really fascinating to kind of like make guns play in a different way just off of one part alone.
Yeah, it is. And here we're seeing a little bit of it where this is our LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits
The Annihilator.
that allow these weapons to really go cross-class and to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
And that's a
every weapon.
Renetti.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's
Yeah,
like a
check out
3D
my
printed
video if you
part
want to
on
learn
there.
more
No
about this. I
secondary.
did a detailed
No
video on all
secondary.
this.
So what you do not, like we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary as a secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
And one of the coolest things is how you unlock these amps. So we're going to see, we call them amps. We
Amps.
love acronyms here, guys. So we have 2 amps that are coming to beta, I believe. But how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond, you want to talk a little bit about those
Yeah,
challenges?
so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So
Yep.
at launch, they're actually, we have a new system called weekly challenges.
Yep.
It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was
and-
worried it was like bi-weekly for a
Yeah.
moment.
Well, yeah.
Trick question.
Yeah, thankfully, it is every week. And then the reward for getting all of those challenges for that week is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the
What?
game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
Dude.
I think, too, again, it just...
Okay, that is so cool. So they are taking the weekly challenges, which used to just be for XP. You didn't really get anything beneficial from them. They're taking the weekly challenges. When you complete them every week, you get an aftermarket part. So you're not just getting the XP from them, which after a little bit doesn't really matter, but you're also getting actual aftermarket parts you're actually getting aftermarket parts from completing those weekly challenges, which gives weekly challenges meaning. To me, everything they've described about this in the grind, there's more reward for the grind in every way, both in match with reactive skins, but also outside match, getting aftermarket parts for the weekly challenges, etc. They seem to really be thinking and listening to the community. I'm very, very excited for this game. I think it's going to be one of the better Call of Duties, period.
The through line
Yeah,
of
those
Modern
reactive
Warfare
skins look
3
great.
Is player choice, is player freedom. It's on this new way to customize the experience and let the player kind of choose the way to have their own play style reflected in those guns using the amps.
I hope they bring
it's
this movement
super
speed to
exciting.
Warzone.
Yeah, it definitely is. As we're going to continue.
That
to
would be
take,
incredible.
just more of a look and enjoy, the game as players continue to run around and get. Into
Let
some
me know
more
too.
shenanigans,
Have
playing
you
some
already
domination
pre-ordered
here as
this?
well on
Are you
stage.
gonna pre-order
I've
it?
done that many times.
Or are you done with Call of Duty? Or
this
Call
is,
of Duty's
again,
dumb. I don't want
it
anything to
still
do with
just
it.
baffles my mind
I'm
that
pre-ordering
looking
it today.
at,
I'm just
these
telling you.
maps in
I'm not
2023,
sponsored by
and
Call of Duty.
So I'm just
Yet.
excited to play them. Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just excited to play them then
Jeez.
as I am now. Like that is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that players can interact with the
Yeah, this is
ways
the
you
most
build
hyped I've been for
your
Call of Duty
classes.
in
I really do like what you
years.
guys did with the perk system and how you contextualized it and made it like a physical thing. Was that like a desire to kind of just make it a bit more grounded, or what?
Can you
was
imagine the IT
I
of
guess
setting all of this
design
up?
choice on that, rather than just going with pictures
That
on
would
the
be
screen? You
crazy,
guys went
figuring all that
for
out, the
something
behind the
cool.
scenes stuff. How do you set up
I mean,
250
I think it really
computers
was
and
a
land them
big part of the
together
context
and
for the players, it's not just
sync
a
all
UI
the
menu with choices,
Oh, look at
that
this.
were
Yeah.
sort of ambiguous. It was a little bit. We wanted to make sure that you brought in your fighting load
Wait, who
carrier,
is
right?
that?
Yeah.
Kelsey was what we talked about. Internally is this thing where every
Are those like
piece
the upper
of
tier
gear that you
creators
brought
or
in
what?
did
They get
something
their own
meaningful
booths?
for your loadout selection.
Yeah.
So perks was a big part of that, and we got a chance to look at the gear items that all inspired by real
Oh,
world
I bet these
military
are
tech
creators that
items, and,
that
we
interact
were
with the
able to
main
really figure
people.
out what
Oh, did you
goes
see
with
they're
what
live
and
too?
what are
He's
the
live on
remixes
Twitch.
You want to make, and we think we came up with a really good and interesting field of choices in our perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment. We actually have a 2-story streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Oh, here we go.
epic
She's
here.
answering the question.
It's absolutely wild in here, and everyone is very focused on their
Yeah.
play. It all of a sudden, oh hi, that's us. Oh hey, hey guys, GG's.
Hello.
So we've got this big giant room filled with Modern Warfare 3, filled with awesome creators from all over the world, and as Ted Timmons would say, the vibes are good. We're gonna hear Ted talk about vibes.
I do want to point out that screen you're looking at there, that the logo, the Modern Warfare, that's a screen. And behind there are all the players that are behind that screen, which is so cool. I didn't even know that was a thing that you could do. 15 years in this industry, still continuously to be shocked by new tech that comes out.
This is Call of Duty, baby.
Yeah, you guys go big.
Oh yeah, so here we go. We got Dr. Lupo live right now.
We get a few of these games wrapped up, but there's
Streaming
definitely
from
the
the
sense in
game.
the room of like, all right, Q next, go next, GG go next,
It is.
go next.
It's so fun to play.
This is Dr.
Like,
Lupo.
every
This is
day I
Dr.
come to
Lupo's
the
actual
office and
stream
I
right
just-
now.
I boot up the game, get into a match as quickly as possible,
Yeah.
and start playing. And it is just fun
I
to
forget
watch
how good some of
them
these
play
guys
as
are.
well, because there's so many things that they're doing. Like earlier, we were watching a circuit around the estate house, and that movement just looks so hot going through it. So
Yeah.
being able to mantle, we have sprint when you're
Shush.
sprinting. We actually increase the mantle speed so it feels more fluid as you're going across.
So
And
sprint
we're
mantling.
regenning your tac sprint as you're sprinting as well.
I also
So-
saw a couple people pop off with Battle Rage. So Battle Rage is
And
back.
Battle Rage is back.
Yep.
It's actually moved into the tactical slot.
Yes.
So it is very powerful. So if you take that, we have an awesome vest, the engineering vest, that allows you to take 2 tacticals. As maybe we didn't touch on the vest.
Actually,
quite
yeah,
a
let's
bit.
talk
Yeah,
about
let's
the
talk
vest.
about some of the
Yeah.
vests.
Yeah. So the vest is a really big piece of that. Like it is our main core piece of gear. Kim
Okay,
touched
so
on how
vests here. I'm
how we
curious about those.
contextualized everything.
What does it
That
actually
vest
do?
Is we're contextualizing what you're
Yes,
actually
Corey.
putting
How you doing,
into the
Corey?
game. So it's gonna
Sorry, I missed your
dictate
text.
what your tacticals, what tactical slots you have, how many you can take, how many lethals you can take, how many well, you get 1 boot and you get one glove,
Yeah.
so you can't take multiple gloves. But how many gear slots you can actually have. So with the engineering vest that I just mentioned, you're getting 2 tacticals that you can take
At the cost of your lethal.
at the cost of your lethal.
She
and you
carried.
also gain
Carried.
another gear
Straight
slot.
up.
Awesome.
And that gear slot is super important because that gear slot is where all of your intelligence perks lie. So those are things like what we used to call hardline or high alert
Yep.
sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them at the same time. And
What
really
about
have that
Ninja?
advantage.
Talk to me about
Awesome.
Ninja.
And if there are 4 vests to choose from
Yep.
at the moment. I believe.
Correct. In beta, there are 4, yeah.
4. So in beta, there are 4. Expect to see this
And I
throughout.
like what I'm
Infantry vest, engineer
seeing.
vest. Seen a lot of people running infantry vests today. In fact, right here at the moment, we just got a peek at the loadout.
Yeah, that is going to
seems
allow
good.
your tac sprint to regen faster. It is the core. Like if you're familiar with Call of Duty, I imagine most of our people watching are. That is your core loadout. So you have your your normal 3 perks, and you get your tactical, lethal, primary, secondary.
Yep.
And what's cool about the vests is they actually have perks baked into them. So with the infantry vest baked in right away, you're getting that tac sprint refresh even faster, and also a little bit of an extended time there. And one of the things that we've done across the board is we've increased that tac sprint and we've also allowed you to have much more faster ADS strafe speeds as well in there.
Yeah, I do like how you guys have managed to take a lot of the vests and stuff and then make it also combined with other things, or like really have everything kind of synergized together and have you create like the optimal build here. It's quite customizable.
And it's really helped out a lot with how we balance the game in that sense, because now what we've done is we've let you take more than we normally do, but we've also balanced that out with what you can't take in that same
There are
moment.
trade-offs, very clear trade-offs. I think what you're talking about, selecting the vest, selecting the boots, it's going to come at a cost, and that's where the balance lies.
Yeah, and we love that we are going into these matches. You're making decisions. You have to make those decisions before you go in, and really, have consequences if you're choosing wrong, and learn from it and go back and make new decisions.
So I can't change those in match, correct?
You can change them.
I can't change that was a trick.
The consequences. The consequences are,
Go hide
we want
somewhere.
you to be in
Yeah, I was
control.
like,
You'll still have to live with the consequences.
Are they going
of
to
your
integrate this
actions.
stuff into
always
Warzone,
do
I
that
wonder?
moment.
They've been haunting me for
One
years
sec, be right back.
now. Let's talk. I haven't seen anybody get one yet. I've seen a couple streaks pop off, but I'm wondering about kill streaks.
Yeah.
If we have any personal favorites at the desk here.
Well, for sure. I mean, the equipment selection we have in Modern Warfare 3 is so much fun. I think
right,
my
kill
personal
streaks.
favorite, we'll start with the Breacher drone, which is actually a
Yeah.
lethal. It's in
a
your lethal slot.
Yes.
So it's basically a handheld drone that you pull out, and it's just slow flying down a hallway. You can clear dom points, hard points, and wipe out an entire enemy squad with it.
You want a 4-piece?
Yeah.
Equip the breacher
It's
drone.
yeah.
That's your option.
It'll explode on impact. The counter to that one, though, it's slow moving enough. You can shoot it down if you see it in the sky coming at you.
There you go.
So in addition to that, we have a mosquito drone, which you shoot into the air, and it basically encircles an area and then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I will in fact say that my experience with the mosquito drone has been quite like as annoying as a real mosquito. They
mosquito.
claimed me in matches when I
So that's kind of like the missile you'd call down from the top,
yeah.
except
Take
that
headphones on,
tricky,
turn 'em up.
yeah.
it sits in an area. Think of it more like a landmine.
Right. We have something called the ACS, which is affectionately called the capture bot on the dev team. So it's basically this box that you throw down on a dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when
Dude,
enemies
that's
come to try to take
sick.
it, you can take them out from behind cover. So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down an ACS on a dom point and then shot a mosquito drone in the air that it was patrolling. So I just like hung back and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there to try to get my ACS out, and then the mosquito drone got it, and I didn't have to do anything. I was just like, that's right. That's all my equipment doing
You're
the
like, I
work
have
for me.
crafted the master plan
Yeah.
to capture this point.
I was pretty proud of myself. It was pretty epic.
And then you went on to
Dude, that's
drop a
sick.
nuke and have a big game. You know?
Yeah.
not that good yet, but
Yeah, I'd imagine they'll
He
still have
drops
skill-based
100 at
matchmaking.
shipment, guys. Don't believe it.
no, it was an awesome moment.
I wouldn't mind if
we
they
did
take
have
it
a
off,
bunch
though.
of fun stuff come in terms of lethals, tacticals, field equipment, streaks. We have the Guardian that gets a lot of love. It's basically, this thing that you put down that's an area of denial tool. You can just, it really limits enemies' movement when they run into the beam that it shoots out.
It doesn't actually eliminate players. For those of you who are going to stay tuned for Warzone later, which is hopefully all of you, I think we're going to see a lot of the Guardian in Battle Royale later. But it is that aerial denial, not necessarily getting the eliminations, but eliminating the players who are affected by the Guardian.
It's almost like a stun grenade, and we have something called the comm scrambler that you throw down, and it's basically, it creates like the ghost perk in a certain area. So, it wipes out enemy communication. So enemy UAVs won't work. Like everybody won't show up on the map in this certain area. But the counter to that is like everyone can see
the active area. Yeah,
exactly.
so you'll get ghost, I believe you said, if you're inside the vicinity of the comm scrambler, but you can see where it's active on the map. So expect to be
Yeah,
to
as
be
soon as you
rushed.
throw it down, everybody
It
knows
sounds
where it
pretty
is. They just
solid.
kind of, you're hidden in that bubble for a little while.
Which could be very useful indoors. I think that's a
Oh, yeah.
that's a very cool tool to have. So, but before we wrap up the convo here on Core 6v6, I wanted to ask you
So it sounds like
about ranked play.
it sounds like more
Okay,
kill
yeah,
streaks
let's-
are
What can you tell us, and can you give
utility
us any
based more than
details
just
on
go
when
kill
we can
100
expect to
people
see
right
ranked
now?
Multiplayer.
We
in Modern
can.
Warfare
So
3?
our friends at Treyarch are on the case again with ranked play. They do a fantastic job with it, and we love partnering with them on it. And they're going to bring that experience, update it, modernize it from Modern Warfare 2, bring that forward, and then for season 1.5, which is mid-season one,
sometime during season one,
we will have it out, and that's when it's going to launch, because we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game, and start to build those restrictions within the game. And you can find out more from Treyarch as we go through development.
As we get closer, we're going to be talking more about it, but excited to say that later in season 1, we will have a ranked play coming.
Hey, Corey, how you doing, man?
But that wraps up our
good evening to you.
Gameplay for the day. We're going to see the folks behind us switch
This is
over.
COD Next, Modern Warfare 3. It looks so good.
Here in a second.
So good.
It's called Cutthroat. It is awesome. There's so much to get into there.
You want the best monster?
A quick special announcement
Peachy
for
Keen,
all of
I'm
our
telling you.
PlayStation players out there.
I'm telling
like
you,
me.
Peachy Keen
Take a
right
look.
here. Get some. Oh, here we go.
When they speak of me, they want to lock your doors.
She wants to suck your blood. I know my sound.
Serignon. That's cute.
Ooh. Who is this? The skin is sick. Lockpick. Ooh, Descenders. Yes, please. That mask, though. Ballistic. It's like a playful ghost mask.
I've never found a lock.
That looks
couldn't break.
clean. Lockpick, opera. Ooh. Pre-order digitally. Ah, it's only for PlayStation. So small bit of disclosure, Dan. Talk to me, Corey. You're good.
Lockpick operator pack, including the Van Goated Lockpick operator skin, the American Gothic blueprint, and the Starry Knife melee weapon blueprint. Lockpick is a
You can send it if you want, Corey, as long as it's not
motivations
something
and
explicit.
an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the Lockpick operator by pre-ordering the Modern Warfare 3. By pre-ordering Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable at the game's launch on November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main in all the playtests. I auto-lock Lockpick.
Boo.
It is how it is.
Did you know she was an art thief?
I didn't know she was an art
I
team. was
hate
like,
the
"Oh, I'm proud of
exclusives
her.
like that.
Hello,
Even if
it's
you're on
me."
PlayStation, that's cool. But like,
we're about to head into live gameplay action for
make
a
it
brand
available
new
for
mode
everybody.
coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of words from our sponsors.
not explicit,
Call
don't
of
worry,
Duty
just an
Next,
FYI.
brought to you by HyperX, the
Hey,
official
thank you,
peripheral
Corey.
partner of Call of Duty.
Now, I'm
We're
coming
all
to trust
gamers.
you and your girlfriend.
TCL. Play like a
You guys are
pro
cool
on a big
people.
Screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab.
That looks clean,
Backbone.
actually, that
Level
watch.
up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of
Stealth
Duty
Tech.
Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Isn't Lovesack the one that makes those big beanbag things?
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next here at the Creators Arena. Everyone's getting ready to hop into the brand new mode, Cutthroat. And this is going to be a unique one because it's 3v3v3 action. So you're going to have a little bit of a mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Yeah.
It's fun to say.
3v3v3.
It's hard to say after a while. It's all about elimination. So you're there. As long as your squad can take out the other two squads, that's how you're going to win. It is inspired by gunfight. Like, you are actually, like, it is a very competitive mode. The thing that we like about it is it plays on all of our fantastic 16 launch maps that are there, and you get to play them in a new way. So in the past, like TDM, you're spawning at either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're 3 different teams, you now have 3 points.
Ah.
Triangle. Math somewhere
That's
in there.
geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super competitive, and it's one life to live mode. It's very fun.
You can regen.
Oh,
your
and it's
down
one life
teammates,
to
though.
live.
If you see
Yeah, so you
one
got
of your
the
homies
revives.
Get downed, yeah, you can go over
Oh,
there and
okay.
revive them. That's a fun little way to, you know, come back after.
What led you guys to
behind.
want to make this mode?
Getting
What
it
was
for
the,
zombies. Let's go,
inspiration
Bitter
behind it?
Bane. That's what I'm talking
It
about.
was gunfight in a lot of
Just
ways.
pure- yeah.
Let's do it.
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 is
so this
gunfight.
really
Yeah,
taking
and
that
it's
to the
played on
next level.
separate maps. It's
Yep.
played on different maps. And so what we
Are they
wanted to
gonna
do is be
show
able to really focus on the 60
zombies?
maps
They
that we
haven't
had
talked
at
about it
launch
at all,
and
or
be able to
I don't
have a
see
mode
anything
that
where they're talking
is
about.
as
I know it's an
exciting, as
open world,
competitive, as gunfight
which
in
could be
there,
good or bad.
and really bring something new to the table too, so our players can go out and have fun and enjoy a new experience with their squad.
Yeah,
And you can take your load out this time. So,
yes,
yeah,
that's
so
what I was going to
gunfight,
say.
yeah, right,
Unlike Gunfight, we're not providing the squads with weapons. You can actually bring your blueprints and your loadout with you.
Yep,
that's right.
And it is sweaty.
It is a sweaty map.
I like
am
sweaty.
so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway. We see Dr. Lupo here. He is on Cutthroat, and of course the objective, the capture point at the end, is
It's already there. Yep.
the overtime mechanic.
Oh, he's
There we
down.
go.
But
Yeah,
you can't get
oh.
downed, but you and picked up by your teammates. Now, what happens
Not
when
anymore.
Not anymore. So now when you're eliminated, you're out. That's
Yeah.
it. You got to wait for the next round.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
No
The
respawn.
rounds are quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go really, really fast. We spent a lot of time making sure that you just weren't sitting there with, you know, dead air, essentially, watching your teammates have fun.
Did he miss him?
And that flag
There you go.
is now available,
shot.
so they can go and capture that
Ooh.
flag. Whoever, well, they got eliminated, but whoever gets that flag first, just like Gunfight, is going to do it.
Okay.
Between rounds, though, we rotate where that flag is because, again, geometry, that triangle, right? We could put it in the center every time, but it gets a little difficult.
Yeah. Gives players an
So that-
opportunity to move around and like actually
Yeah.
interact with more in the map, right?
Yeah.
Dude, this looks like a
And
fun mode.
Again, you're
Ooh, check out that
experiencing these maps in
hair.
brand new
Okay.
ways. It is a lot
Not
of
putting a
fun.
hat on that head.
That guy's got really cool hair.
I was going to say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
No, I feel like
Dude, that's a good move. As a content
awesome.
creator,
It
you
looks
got
a lot
sick hair like that,
the
pop it up,
Operator
everyone's
Ops
looking
in
at you.
World War II, actually.
Yeah.
Pre-ordered, engaged, need to stay a
into
few extra
Cutthroat
hours
again.
today so I can
I'm
get some
very,
home early and start getting
Interested
good.
in these smaller
Cut a
game
hole
modes
at the top.
because I think it just creates.
That's about right,
opportunities for you to
Bitter.
Have like those real like intense
It
interactive
is.
moments.
It's
right?
very intimate, and you get to you get situations like this where you're trying to
So
figure out like
this
how to
is
use your you could pop smoke here, and really just
similar to
understand, 'cause
Search and
there's
Destroy,
this tension that's
except it's a
building around, when
flag.
is this flag gonna pop?
Yeah.
When
But
do I
then
want to go in? When do I
3
wanna
versus
have my
3
team rush
versus
in?
3.
Is that what you
I-
do? You
I
would
believe
throw
that's it.
smoke? You'd throw smoke right here, Greg?
No, there's no reason to throw a smoke right here because you gotta wait for the flag to come up.
Oh, there's the
Sorry.
breacher drone.
Oh, there's a breacher. Go get him. Go get him.
Okay. I love this guy's strat. It's a good strat.
Oh, so the
Yeah,
breacher
we have
drone
the
is automatic.
EMD grenade, which would be
Okay,
great
and he
in
got
this
the
situation.
got the
You just throw
capture.
it out,
So it's a
pop
fast
it,
capture,
and
which
then if
means
you get
everybody's
another
got to
player
be
on the
right
team,
on
they're gonna
top of
show
that.
up constantly on your mini map for your entire team.
So it's to me, EMD grenade a little bit like a snapshot, but it's actually
Look, there goes
going
the
to
breacher.
stick
There
to
it
the
is.
enemy player.
It
That
does.
player will then get a prompt. You might be able to tear it off, I believe.
Yeah, you just pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map and like have way more visibility on the enemy squad there. EMD very
Be
clutch.
very overpowered if you hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I haven't seen actually was the thermo barrack grenade.
Yeah, we
Because I
haven't seen
actually do
So having
like that one because
3
it's kind of
teams
like
is going to be very
you know,
interesting.
A Molotov, but like on steroids. So it just like
Yeah.
does a big boom, and then also has area denial as well.
Yeah, it has area denial and it bounces, so it will not detonate on impact. So you can throw it around corners, you can throw it under cars.
Get that frag effect.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, it adds a little bit of additional damage to explosives after the fact. So even if you
Dude.
survive the initial blast of that one,
Right.
you could get taken out pretty easily
Lupo's
afterwards.
slaying.
Lupo just hit a clutch headshot. He is now, he picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to Favela.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I love this map.
Ooh.
I've gotten
What's
wiped
your-
down a few
what's
of
your
those.
Whoa,
favorite
there's 3
Adam?
guys.
Out of these 5 we're playing today,
Yeah.
I
Rolling
have to go
deep.
with Favela. I just, you know, I know there are a bunch of high-rise stands
us
amongst
alone.
us. Yeah.
I too am a favela stand.
But
so don't worry.
I mean, just look at it. This is beautiful.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker here.
Oh.
We've got 2
Okay,
for
I remember this
high-rise,
map.
2 for
Them all,
Favela.
they're all my babies.
Okay, fine.
Oh, okay.
There's no
Jeez.
favorite children
Fa-
here. We got.
Favela is quite awesome with all of the movement, with everything
Ha.
that's happening.
Yep.
That's right.
And
Take it,
high rise
high-rise.
is also
Oh,
so
come
great.
on, Greg. You know, at some point.
They're all unique in their own way.
You know what? I'm switching my vote to Estate just to.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're going to be alone.
Look at that. You split the vote. How could you?
How could I? I know.
I think I love Favela because remember that play I was talking about doing with like the capture bot and the mosquito drone that was on Favela.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my heart.
I like the little second floor store that I believe you guys have opened a window up that wasn't necessarily there before, so you can kind of see down the hill.
Yeah, yeah, you know, and I am
Couldn't
trash.
be any new windows.
Well, no. I'm sorry. I might have misspoken. I thought it just was more open. than
I'll
it was
definitely be
to
playing
Oh,
this
it's
mode.
possible we allowed you to mantle out of it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of those things that are in the like metrics wise. Like
Yeah.
the metrics have changed in a lot of sense. Like how large our doors are.
Yeah.
We actually have the doors in here. I know not everybody's thrilled with that, but it is a fun mechanic to have. It adds a lot, especially within Cutthroat, because now you're peeking those. You're able to use them for your advantage in there. We feel that they add a lot to the gameplay.
And I bring the window up only because, to your point earlier, it's those small touches that you guys have really brought to these maps that make them feel unique and different in
She's
in
got, like, the
modern.
little
for
Uzi
the
as
type
a
of gameplay
secondary.
We're going to see here in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
I'll say he was just getting shot
while
from
we have
another
a moment,
angle.
and we're looking at
So he's getting
Cutthroat,
shot by
let's
two
talk
different
about
teams.
Some of the other modes as well. Ground War is one that I want to talk about. We touched on a little bit earlier on. I want to dive back into it again because it's back in Modern Warfare 3. You got large-scale maps that are going to be coming at launch.
Man.
And, you know, I guess Kim, like, give us a rundown on Ground War because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, we're so happy that Ground War is coming back in Modern Warfare 3. Again, this is our big 32v32 mode. It's the biggest battle
Welcome
that
back,
we
Corey.
have
I got
in
your
multiplayer
message.
experience. And we will
I appreciate
be
that.
showcasing 3 new Ground War maps at
Ooh,
launch,
here we
with
go.
2 of them being playable in the open beta.
Okay.
Dude,
I
getting
believe that's
3
the-
new
the
Ground War
Lemon
maps off the
Resort
bat.
that we just saw there.
Yeah, right. So in the
Oh,
beta
wow.
we have Popov Power and Orlov Military Base.
Orlov Military
Yeah,
Base.
but these
okay.
are the 3. Yeah, you got it
these are
down.
these
Yeah.
are the 3.
Dang,
Yeah, we also
look
have a
at
few new
these.
vehicles. So during the open beta, you'll be able to play, I believe, 2 new vehicles for Modern Warfare 3, with more to come at launch and during live seasons.
That's right.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with Modern Warfare 3.
It is awesome, and
Ooh,
it is. The
she
attack
clutched
defend
it.
mode. Adam spoke a little bit about it earlier, but you are Task Force 141 trying to take down the Coney group that has taken over a military base. They are launching ICBMs, and you are
This a
getting your
co-op
tank
mode?
out there, escorting your tank through a downtown area, and just having a blast doing it, and not to have a blast with the ICBMs as well.
Good pun. Good ICBM pun there.
Yeah, there was. It was trying to come out, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I like.
Why does the
I
guy
saw
just
what you
keep
were doing
running?
there. I liked it,
Yeah,
yeah. And also, there was a really cool tank on screen that was
Yes.
just causing utter mayhem.
Right.
So that's what we care about.
It is that attack defense scenario where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat. You have very clear lines of sight, clear
Yeah.
battle lines. That's the gameplay
Is
that we're
it
going for.
6v6, 5v5? What's the?
It is 6v6. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it is classic war mode, if we all remember what classic war mode is. But
Yep.
it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them. And it is a fantastic experience that we're excited for players to get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
Ain't that the truth? There's just so many options, which is the thing that really sticks to me. Like, if you don't want to jump in with your friends and just, play regular matchmaking, you could do War Mode. You could do Ground War. Was that?
This actually looks really
feels
interesting.
Like that was the mission of the studio here, to like really
sure.
give players that ability to just like make the decision, go with your friends, play what you want.
And like I mentioned about some of the new maps coming in live season, we have a bunch of new modes planned for live season as well that we're looking forward to sharing very soon.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to share Modern Warfare 3 with the world. And that is going to wrap it up for the MW3 multiplayer segment of the show. Once again, a big
Nice,
thank you to Adam,
nice.
Greg, as well as Kim for joining us here. But
Micah!
now, we're gonna
Also
head over
watching
to one
this,
of my
loving what I'm
favorite
seeing. The
people.
multi
It's
brings me
David,
back in these
who's
maps.
got
However,
a
I need to
couple
end
streamers
so
that
I
he's
can
gonna be
stream and
putting
play
in the hot
AC
and ready
Mirage.
seat, presented
Dude,
by
have fun,
Little Caesars.
Micah.
Trust me, it's
I'm
as
skipping
hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you
Mirage
got?
just so I can focus on some Modern Warfare 3, generate some content.
The first thing that came to mind was my guy Legion.
Hey, I'm really proud to be the other bald guy on stage with you today. We're doing it. We're doing it.
It looks beautiful. Listen, first thing you said
A little
to me
awkward there.
is how fun
What's
this
up,
is,
Andy?
and you're
Welcome
like,
in.
I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now. I'm 30, I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible, but I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is locked. What have you loved the most so far about just getting in, diving in MW3?
Brother, all the fun stuff is really fun. The shotguns, the new tags, the new lethals, where I'm just out here doing anything to just make everybody angry. It's just angry as possible. I'm assuming.
Well, was it a bit of a surprise at first? Like when you got in, like how much fun you were having? Like, does it kind of defy expectations?
Listen, I was 16 when Modern Warfare 2 came out. So all these maps that we are playing in Modern Warfare 3 right now, throwing back, bro, it's just like you picked it right back up again. And
Yep.
I'm bodying. I don't know. It's so fun.
That was a good
Talented and
move.
very handsome guy.
Releasing all the classic time-proven maps from the start.
We were a little bit worried
Got
about
excited
what this
earlier.
was
There
gonna
was
be able to
only a
handle,
week till
especially
the
when I
release of
tried to
Modern
sit
Warfare
on
3,
your
but
lap.
nope, it's the
But
10th.
This is the hot seat.
Hey,
dude.
but Andy.
You like yourself some pizza?
Listen, I was
Andy,
a little
free,
worried that the
free beta
cardboard
coming up.
capacity, I'd be a little overweight, but
Starts
I'm feeling really
tomorrow
good
and
right now. I
Saturday
feel
for
like putting it together
pre-order
in this hot seat, there's
PlayStation.
just too much hotness.
Open beta on
This is too much
PlayStation
distraction.
on
If
Sunday
our ball
through
hits connect
Tuesday,
one more time,
and then
the
pretty much
venue might
all
shut
next
down.
week, PC and Xbox.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here.
Betas.
Let's get this over to Shift Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
These guys are great.
Oh, there's just always comedy with two bald guys in the mix. But yeah, I hold Shift here with the one and only Shotzi. I got to start with the fun question first.
I don't know most of these guys. I gotta get to know these guys. I hold Shift.
Man.
That's a
I
good
have nothing
name.
but good things to say about this game. I love the movement. Everything about it's got.
You got some cauliflower ear there, huh?
The perfect segue.
Well, someone was a wrestler, huh? You see his ears all stretched out?
Going into the beta, that's probably your main goal. Is to
Definitely
find
a
ways to
wrestler.
completely over-embellish the movement system. How are you feeling so far about how
Or
this game moves?
jujitsu or something.
It moves smoothly than any other COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
Or
Not
headset
broken
ear.
anything, but I will say that
He has those
like,
heavy
these
duty
speakers that
headsets
allow
just
you to, like,
smash
slide
in his
the
ears.
ABS, and I feel like that's better right now.
All right, so make sure you check out the stream for that because that's going to be
It
all
could
the
be.
hacks and clues
It
for
could
that.
be.
Now, getting into the competitiveness, I mean, last year, lots of conversations about skill gap. Where is it going to be? Do you feel like movement is going to be one of the main focus points for those trying to take their game to the more competitive level? Or where
Yeah,
do you
for
think
sure.
that the competitive skill gap is going to be for this game?
So yeah, definitely movement. I feel like slide canceling obviously is going to be very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel
Good.
like mid and far range, it's actually not as sticky. So that's
I
definitely
prefer
interesting.
less sticky
Fair
aim
enough, Shotzi. Thanks
assist
so much, my man. Of course, you can check it out on
because
the
it's
stream.
gonna again
And, with
increase
that,
that
we're gonna
skill
go back
gap.
up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on what they just saw with multiplayer. Before
Rugby
we
players
come back with the
suffer
team
cauliflower
Treyarch
ear, quite
to
common
give
here
us
in the
our
UK.
first
Oh, I didn't
look
think
at
about
game
that.
Footage and details for Modern Warfare Zombies. But first,
Yeah,
a quick word from
that
our
would
sponsor.
make sense, Andy, for rugby.
Call of Duty Next.
Because rugby, you're grinding on people all the time, lean in. It's kind of like wrestling. Rugby's hardcore, man.
NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex.
I'm so excited.
MW gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Next. My name is Miles Ross. I'm joined here in the fireside chat. I've got One Praga, we've got OVP, we've got Nameless, and we have Alley Cat on the corner there. We are going to be, I suppose reacting is one way to put it now, but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work in my life. I've never been this excited about a COD. Like, Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gun.
I feel you. I feel the exact same way.
Lay it on, Miguel.
Oh gosh,
I'm so excited.
How cool is this? I think you get that element of nostalgia, the new kind of newness from the game as well. It's refreshing, all
Such
in
a nice
one.
accent.
I mean, for me, I think it's got to be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what you want to do, what type of player you want to be in game. I mean, it starts with movement, and then you're looking at the perk system, but there's a balance there as well. I'm just so excited to see what type of player, first of all, I'll be, but especially our two MP experts over here, Nameless, Ali. I mean, you guys not only talk about multiplayer for a living, but you guys play it day in, day out, so many hours grinding. Nameless, what are you making of it so far?
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I've been playing Call of Duty since way back in the day, 06 back to COD 2. And for me, what this feels like is you're getting the classic maps. You're getting
All right,
the
I'll be
best
right back,
things
y'all.
that we all fell in love with Call of Duty about, but you're also getting the best of the innovations of recent Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing. We played Hardpoint on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing, Allie.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style, because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis, and even just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and High Rise obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth, and to see everybody, there's something for everyone, right? So I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the Death touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes to our loadouts now and our perks. So what vest I'm wearing, I ran the Demolition vest. It means I think I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals, which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher drone,
yeah,
a lot of fun.
Miles.
Way too much fun, actually.
Yeah, I really want to see that
Breacher
Breacher drone.
The Breacher drone, you just throw it in a hallway, it flies super quick. You can actually shoot out of the air. I didn't know that yesterday. I know you said you tried it, though.
I shot my own drone down accidentally. I was pre-aiming somebody in cover. They were in perfect chest-high cover.
Yeah.
I let the drone fly out, and it follows a direct path. It doesn't have the craziest range. It is fast enough. But I was pre-aiming that spot, and then when the guys, with the red dot appeared, I fired away. I shot down my own Breacher drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that we have to play with here. And again, to meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing? What kind of gloves am I wearing in this loadout?
Yeah.
How do I want to play? Am I stationary? I might have the strafe speed shoes on, get my shoulders working. We heard Shotsy talk about the tack stance and how he's sliding around the map. And this is something we cannot stress this enough, friends. You're going to be schmoving in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think as well, as the fact that you can turn
Oh, look at
a
that
pistol
ray gun.
basically into
I
an
want that.
SMG. You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that yourself with guns and get it to the way that you want it. I mean, running basically a secondary SMG with an AR. I mean, that's just stunning.
We heard them talk about it too, with like the aftermarket weapon attachments as well, with the weekly challenges. So there'll be a bunch of different types of variations that you have with the
I know, I'm
gun.
wondering
You saw
what
the
those
Renetti. It's already
aftermarkets
insane.
are.
I saw a tweet from Scump on the timeline, a 10-piece with the Renetti. So when you turn that into an SMG, I mean, it's going to be crazy. The world's your oyster.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Ali, I've got to ask you, what are you most excited about? You play so much, but jumping into game, what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with Modern Warfare 3 now?
I just gotta order some new controllers to get used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. Honestly, that's that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive style is getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing, like Shotsy was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of like, I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, and like, yeah, my bad. But yeah, like, I was watching my dad play, but like, I don't, like, those are core memories for me, but I never really got to load in. And so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of like have the nostalgia of, oh, I kind of recognize this, like, I kind of know this map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet. And like, so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
And to Ali's point, like, think about running around favela and being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while, and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are going to get into this game and figure out.
So you can slide, cancel, cancel.
A bit different than obviously back in day with MW2, but a lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh,
it feels really good. It's very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes on, I'm hitting tack stance faster than ever. I'm sliding with full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever imagined hitting a fully zoomed in snipe while sliding? Well, MW3 is the game for you. But yeah, and we've got a lot of cool stuff. All the one-times optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the hollows. None of these things really add anything to ADS speed anymore. So the game itself in general has
all
sped up
one-time
tremendously.
optics.
We were messing around with tack stance yesterday as well.
My gosh.
I mean, sort of the canted approach to
Do not affect ADS.
I'm running a big ×8 scope, right? And I can't ADS in, but if I want to hit those more CQB situations, I'm keeping maximum spatial awareness. I've got my situational awareness, my screen's up. I'm able to use a weapon with a big scope in close range, whether it's an LMG, whether it's a sniper. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still really nice to have choices as a player. We've got so many options here. So much fun.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, right? The buzzword, I think, coming off the back of what we saw on the desk. It's the choices that you can make. And I think balance is such an important thing. I think in any Call of Duty game, balance is key, especially when you're going up against players who do have a choice of what they want to run, especially with perks. But being able to have that potential to take something away, if you do want to risk and reward, you're coming in with potentially like silent footsteps, you're running ghosts, you're making sure that you're the type of player you want to be, but something also is taken away from you. So that balance is so, so important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini map. My footsteps were silent. I was sneaking up on people. I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So I can't wait to get my hands on that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing
playing rugby.
And with a great milestone,
You
comes
had
an
suffered a
opportunity for
career
great
injury.
rewards.
Ah,
To
dude, I'm
celebrate
sorry, Andy.
20 years
Ooh,
of Call
hello.
of Duty history, players can receive daily login rewards between
Old
October
school
6th
price,
to
huh?
October 16th for every single daily login per day, up to 7 in total. You'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back. These rewards all will carry forward in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title. For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless, your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, mate?
I mean, yeah, first off, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is, that was before that time, but I mean, just playing split screen was the best, like, old memories I have with my friends and screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023, and we got everything, and you can still screen watch. It's right there. They're right next to each other.
Next level.
There might be some players doing that here.
Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more core memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode coming later, has to be with zombies. When I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in our basement, we'd turn off all of the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on the big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox just sitting there playing zombies on town survival, you know, going as far as we could, training them around the lava pit in the center.
Of the return of Makarov and what that means to Modern Warfare 3's campaign.
Here we go.
In store very, very soon. But now, though, friends, it's time for something quite different. Straight from our friends at Treyarch, here is a look at Modern Warfare Zombies.
Oh, zombies, baby. So they're doing an open world take on zombies, almost DMZ-like. Whoa. Is that dude hanging onto the roof?
Then went dark.
Modern Warfare Z. Oh yeah, so it is like DMZ, so I guessed right. Dude, what is this gonna be like? So you have vehicles. There's multiple squads. It's a big old map.
The situation is dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly assets on the ground.
Okay, so all the other squads I think are going to be friendly. Sheesh. Dude, what kind of Easter eggs are going to be in a giant open world?
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat zone.
Oh, the classics are back, baby! Oh, man. Oh, headshot! Oh, little man! Oh. Oh, snap. Motorcycle? Ray gun, baby. It's back. Gotta have the ray gun.
Operation Deadbolt.
Ooh. Oh, man. Pre-order and unlock. Oh, sweet.
You just got
Dude,
a
we're gonna get a lot of
sneak
stuff for
peek at the end
pre-ordering.
of that trailer of the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. More on that in just a bit. But now let's welcome some
Hey,
very special
Simple,
guests
welcome
from
in.
Treyarch, 'cause you got Kevin
Sorry you
Drew,
can't
as
stream
well as
today,
Miles
but
Leslie. Kevin is the
keep you
Associate
feeling. I'm sure you'll be
Director of
feeling us
Design,
in
and
too.
Miles is the Associate Creative Director.
Everyone say hi to Simple.
Welcome
If you
to the
haven't
both of
already, it's the
y'all,
buddy
and
I
it is
met.
so exciting to talk about some zombies.
Awesome to be here. Yes.
Buddy I
So
met in the
awesome to
Gaming
hear.
Creator
We just
Accelerator we're both
swapped
part of.
over to
But
a
go
little
shoot him a
undead
follow.
purple.
Go sub on him
Back
on
with
YouTube.
When I think of the undead, I think of
The
purple.
ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But guys, earlier this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators who are here today at Call of Duty Next into Treyarch. First time you guys have had folks in the studio in a long time. It was super
This looks so
exciting.
good, man.
I want to talk a little bit about the event and some of the awesome reactions we got to see in the room from these guys.
Yeah, no, it was a great experience bringing in those people. You know, zombies is traditionally something that is a mode based on
Recognize
exploration,
Aiden.
discovery.
Hey, Z-laner.
But we felt like there's so much new here. We
This would be
really
so
wanted
cool
get
to
us
be
a
at.
group in
Can you
there
imagine
and
that?
Play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of the reactions in the room there. They got to see some footage. They got some playtime. You guys answered about some questions.
Oh, that's sick.
The playtest
Hey,
was
J-God.
absolutely fantastic. There were so many awesome moments.
J-God's such a
it
COD
felt-
genius,
it just
man.
Felt right getting them into play.
Well, I was going to
Yes,
ask, like,
Aiden.
as, you know, having been in the lab, making this for so long, right? And then getting people to see it. In what you guys said before, I remember you guys mentioning that it's not a thing you do often. Bringing
Yeah,
people
Glitch.
into
I'm
the
gonna
studio.
skip
So that must have
Assassin's
been a
Creed.
very,
I want to play it, but I'm
almost,
really starting to
revealing
focus in
experience for
on
you.
making content
very good
around
game
Modern
outside
Warfare.
people besides us
So I'm
playing it.
probably not
Yeah,
end
like,
up
oh,
not
wait,
going
this
through
is-
Assassin's Creed just so I can start shifting my focus there. But Jonathan, yes, I do still want to do Spider-Man 2.
Guys,
And
one of the most popular questions
I will still be
noticed, you know,
doing
ripe amongst the crowd of creators.
single
that was
player
there.
games, but what I'm going to start
Easter
focusing
eggs.
in
We
on
love- we know
Call
them,
of
we love them,
Duty,
we want them to tell
Warzone,
these-
news,
What, if
updates, that
anything,
kind of
can you
stuff as a
tell us,
primary, and then once I get established that, then I'll start sidetracking into the good single player games that come out on the side. Does that make sense?
So if you,
Just
if
it's
you
going to
were
be able to
paying
create
attention
a
to that trailer you just saw for the first time.
Okay.
It's going to be able to
Maybe
create
at
a
the end,
consistency for me so I
go
can
back
really
and
begin
scrub
growing
it.
our
You
community.
might see something that
But then
you'll
it'll
see
also be
that's
able
kinda
to
big now. I don't want to give it all
still
away.
play the good
There's a
single
lot
player
to
games that I want to
discover
play. Because
in
the
this
problem is
open
every time I go from a
Oh,
new
yeah.
single player
And I
game,
think that is
it
gonna lead
just
perfectly
the
to my
algorithm goes
question,
crazy
which
every
is
single
with
time I switch.
So much that needs to be unpacked here.
It's
I
only
guess, you know,
15
What
hours?
I'm curious about is like, what are the key
That's
things that you
super
want the
short for a
community to know
modern
about
game.
this iteration of zombies? The differences potentially from the previous game till
All right,
this
so let's
one,
listen to
because
zombies here.
You guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking
I'm glad that they're
our
experimenting,
gameplay,
honestly.
our classic zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast space and the higher player count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment, the operators, and it just feels so badass, you know?
And it's this massive open world co-op experience. So
Wow.
that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys to design, Modern Warfare Zombies the way that you did in this big
This will be
way?
really interesting to
So
see
we
what
just saw
they
an
end up doing
opportunity
with
the
this.
big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had in the franchise. So
Yeah.
Which
in
is
the
saying
past,
something.
we had pure
Yes,
PvE.
pure PvE, no PvP.
You're safe here, and there's we usually have four
Kind
players.
of.
Yeah.
Safe is
it
relative.
is zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game is played, the open world, but how do the players like interact with one another in that world? Because and also like I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You can go in solo. You can go in with your squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to like combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you
of
can
6.
form a super team.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Like
Oh, yeah.
in-game form a super
Yes.
team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And that's 8 squads of 3. You can group up together. You can go lone wolf it. I don't know if I'd recommend that, guys, from what I've
I
seen.
mean,
experienced players.
If you
Yeah,
want a
Bane, it is
challenge,
weird.
You can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun.
I'm
to
just
grab
happy
some
that they're
friends, form those
experimenting.
super squads.
Yeah.
And again,
Will
the
it be
map is
good or
massive.
not? I don't
There's
know. It
zombies
could end up being
everywhere.
great or it
There's
could not, like Warzone. Like that was a big risk to launch Warzone. It ended up being phenomenal.
So a couple weeks ago, we saw
But
the
at the
very
end of it,
first
if you
look at
try it,
Modern
and you're like,
Warfare
it was kind of a
Zombies in
letdown mode. Well, at
cinematic
least
that
they
we
tried it.
released,
Then
which
go
really
back to
sets the
round-based
stage for
zombies.
the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies, in that we see Soap, we see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Miles, can you take us through what's going on?
What's going on here?
What's going on?
100%.
This was such a good,
100%.
such a good trailer.
That opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic, and if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome.
Such a good
hold on a
cinematic.
second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW22, the year 2021, and that's really important to the story because in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood. But in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained. Lots of blood. And Zakayev was gone. Now, officially declared deceased. But then whispers emerged that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a little bit.
Yep.
Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he
Maybe to make the
wants
community
get it.
less
That really
toxic.
sets the stage. All of that, by
Yeah.
the way, is day one. getting
Definitely
in the
not making
door
the community
like you
less
saw in the
toxic.
cinematic,
I don't think you
which
can
is-
undo that
that's
in
the
Call
start
of
the
Duty.
story, and players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding with Cold War, with Modern Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Yes, yes.
It's an intro mission.
Your objective is a roof-mounted comms tower.
Wait, why do the
Mark your
graphics
location
look
on TAC map.
not that great right now?
Once tower is active, use decryption key from Jansen's tablet to establish comms.
Whoa. Well, they're a little bullet spongy. Okay, there we go. Oh, some are armored. Okay. Oh, that sound. Oh, there's AI too.
Objective is on the roof.
Oh, you got here quicker than expected.
Remember, oh, dude, old school Xbox was so toxic. Yeah.
Little erasing my research from the Terminus database.
Protect Dr. Jansen. We need her alive.
Target down. Zakayev will unleash this hell everywhere from New York to Joburg if we can't stop him here.
Clear and hold that LZ strike team. Multiple enemies on approach. Weapons free on all threats.
Okay, then you still have to exfil.
So what you just saw there was just a little snippet of that
That
story
felt a
mission
little
intro.
confusing,
And
not gonna lie.
What's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, is we want to bring that story.
Dude,
to
you
the
remember
forefront.
in
These story missions.
yeah,
have
Call of Duty in
handlers,
2003?
Modern Warfare world.
Dude, how
the
much
Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might
bad
see some new friends
words,
along the way
racial
as well, and
slurs,
they're going to help you
mama
on this story
things.
and these missions.
Dude,
They take
everybody
you
was
across
so
the big
toxic.
map.
Remember the in-between,
Lots of different activities and
in
cool things to
between
do.
lobbies.
Awesome cinematics
Like,
and well. And again,
sheesh,
the whole
mute,
point of this is that
mute.
if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies, you can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that open world.
Have that
sort of
same
feeling
G-Tech
across
laptop.
this,
Let's
and
go,
That's
Corey.
really the exciting thing is kind of pick your poison, that player pacing in that sense. But
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me as I'm hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day. Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right?
Yeah.
But Zombies has been a mode that's been in the game for such a long time. It's really runs side by side, parallel to Call of Duty and its incredible legacy. But
Yeah,
there are
for
still
sure.
players that are going to be new to this, that are coming into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first time ever. What's in store for them? Because, you know, this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So zombies can be pretty intimidating, and we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare, or DMZ, or Warzone. So we've built this mode
So you have a
to
more
make sure that
infected
they can
area.
have success and have fun, and also support our veteran audience. So
and on a brand new
map, and we'll talk about that
Oh,
more later.
brand new map.
But here, for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're going to infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But our advanced players are going to want to try to get into that center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Zakeo threw that vial and started this entire incursion.
What an arm on him.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep.
And now we have to pay
Hate to
for
see
it. All
it.
right. Well, then let's look at the flip side of that one, though, right? Because we talked about the new players, how we get those folks into the game and have them playing something.
So what kind of
outside their
rewards do you
comfort
get
zone,
then?
so to
Totally.
speak. But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the
Yeah, this one of the
experimentation
round
is,
base
well, how do you
zombie.
bring all those core zombie Treyarch features
Ooh.
into this new
Ah,
world?
mystery box
And
is
we've done just that. You can
back!
see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys.
Wall buys,
we've got
yes.
The Pack-a-Punch, the Pat Machine. All of these things are spread out across
man.
this ginormous map. And
All the
as you
old
go in,
goodies,
it's up
look
to
at
you.
it.
Where do you
Stamina.
want to buy them? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well, using
You're
the
gonna
score
see
streaks.
features that you recognize if from experiences in other modes.
100%, which you may not have had in other zombies. So that's where we've married them together in interesting ways. But
It's awesome.
The most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
Yeah!
I can't find this in the map. I wish you
He's
could.
back.
It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here at Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's got a UV light,
It's outrageous.
alternate
I may or
cover.
may not have taken a box of
Oh,
those
yeah,
already.
I've stolen this.
I mean,
This
a
is
crate.
mine.
I'm not talking
Yeah.
about a single box. I'm
Yeah.
talking a
Oh, a
single
crate.
crate.
Oh, wow.
What came off the truck, you know?
Wow.
And shout out to Off Limits.
I'm on this
Serial
till
for
Spider-Man
making this with the box.
drops.
This
Yeah, I
spoke
think
for
so,
Modern Warfare
Bane.
3 Zombies, and it's a woman-owned business, which is dope.
Awesome.
And it
Clank,
glows in the
clank,
dark.
bang.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our Zombies
Oh, yes.
players. And that's the Wonder Weapon,
Oh,
guys.
yes.
I need to know.
Yeah, so of course we have a Wonder Weapon, and it has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the
boy.
Scorcher.
Oh, my word.
I'm gonna let you just look at it for a second.
Look at it.
Yes,
That thing is huge.
It's absolutely
Oh,
amazing. So
big
the
old
Scorcher again is
Gatling.
built for
Blah.
demolishing
Whoa, it just cleared
the highest density of zombies.
everything
You can
out.
charge
Look
it
at that.
Oh yes, the
We're gonna melt
hordes.
hordes.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire that launches you into the air so that you can use it
Everything
to
in its line,
engage.
watch.
If you want to jump into a horde, if
Wow.
you want to get away from the horde of zombies,
You can-
if you want to jump on a building or
How
over a
sick
building,
is that?
like, it's
Into the
really,
parachute.
You can, like, rocket jump
Oh,
with it,
yeah,
essentially.
absolutely. It's once you get into like basically the flow state of using it and it's in your arsenal.
There's no limits.
Chef's kiss.
Okay,
Chef's kiss.
chef's
Wonder
kiss, but
Weapon.
you're like, I'm the
Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
And part of what makes Zombies so special, especially with this new open world field, is the replayability. Is this? It's not a one and done game mode.
Here's the thing,
So
Dave.
how is
When we get
Modern
that,
Warfare
and we're
3
playing together,
Zombies
I'm going to
gonna
get it, and we're going
push
to start
that
blasting, we're
forward
going to get in
and
trouble.
take the
I'm
next
just going to
step in
leave you.
terms of
Just going to
what
leave you to
each
die,
player's
Dave. I'm
coming back
sorry.
More every time.
Compensating
so
much?
this is a really
Yeah.
kind of replayable mode. It's
Little bit,
it's
little
an
bit, you know?
extraction, exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first, you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot, over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you
I hope the
successfully
weapons aren't
exfil
as
so you
hard
can
to
come
get
back
as they
in
normally
the
are.
next time hit the ground running with the right stuff.
Yeah. And when you talked to me, we mentioned it before. We saw Zakayev yeet the vial in the cinematic. That has created the incursion zone, that super hot area we saw a little bit of on the TAC map. Can you talk to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay, you know, repercussions are going to be for the player there.
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source. It's spreading the dark aether. So it will always be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. At 45 minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the map.
Okay,
and
so
that's
it's
where
like
you
the
need to get
storm.
out.
Yeah.
A lot of zombies.
And it gets really, intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
session
limit. Yeah, 1 hour session. Again, those 24
It
players.
It goes back to getting in, you know, again, player pacing. You want to stay on the outer edges, awesome. You want to challenge yourself, go into medium and high threat. But
I know the score, Dan. Patrick throwing out star bounties.
And it will make the zombies harder. And
Oh, I
that's
know.
part of the
We'll get
challenge and
Patrick
fun
back.
Are we going into the storm to cleanse it? Yeah. Are we avoiding it?
What are we going to find
getting
in
the hell out of
What's
Dodge?
the exfil plan?
What are we
Yeah.
doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
This could be so
really
interesting.
Too, when you think about that heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you're spending, you know, a lot of players will be spending a lot of time on the outer edges of the map or in the yellow.
Yeah.
Gearing up, getting that loot.
There's no
collecting the right things that we
zombies
need
for
to have
beta,
a
right?
Successful infill. But one of the most
I'm not
exciting things about
sure.
that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah, so if you're
Okay, here we
familiar
go,
with
weapons.
DMZ, we have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you. We have,
Item persistence.
yes,
Yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, you know, in the past you've had to do all that just in game and you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisitions. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match, and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, Pack-a-Punch,
hot.
drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like, you're going all the way to the high threat.
Straight into the red zone, juiced up on perks, right? Already
Quite
got your
a
weapon.
difference,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
But what was the, I guess, like inspiration? Was it just, hey, let's just try something creative, different, fun, do what Zombies has always done and push the bar?
Yeah, it's just like introducing this different kind of pressure with the time
I like
limit,
that.
but then now giving players this additional ability to bring things in.
Again, they're taking risks. They're trying something different. This is good. If it fails, it fails. Go back. Maybe it's great.
Like when you get into
Maybe
the higher
it's
zones
great.
and you have more of that arsenal, that's for those seasons
They're gonna
players.
feel it.
They're going to feel it, and they're going to want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so you could go in with your
to really
squad,
succeed.
stack
we're
up
getting
on
into the lightning
all the
round here.
weapons,
Finally, Miles,
all the perks, the
I asked
Pack-a-Punch,
you before,
etc.
you said the zombies is
Exfil,
all
and then
about
come back in, go
discovery, and it is,
straight
you
to
know,
the
those
center with
secrets,
all the
those Easter eggs
goodness.
are out there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm gonna pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
You know, I can't get into all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
We want people to find them.
we do want them to find it, but we have, again, taken advantage of this map. There's a lot there on day one for Discover. We love watching the community find these things. That is part of the fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well, look,
more coming.
you're not getting it out of
Well,
us.
you know what? Steph might be trying to dig deep. I will never do that. Ever in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters? What do you tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up here? Because there seems like there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gambit. It starts with just our zombies. We have more zombies than we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go, there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful. The Disciple, he buffs.
That was me this morning.
Just waking
Free
up.
coffee.
Buffing zombies and life draining. The Mangler with his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination, he's about 3 times bigger than we last saw him. He's
Yeah, 'cause
so
he needed
big
to be
now.
bigger.
Yeah, he's now grown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh,
and
fun.
The dingle dangles.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to
But he'll
go
still get
inside.
you
and,
in the
But this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open world is, okay, you think you're going to be safe, I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely not. The Abomination will send in these little creatures, and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really, it's, do you want to die by the lasers outside, or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you.
Your choice.
It's your choice.
Choose your own adventure.
That's right.
but perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time. There are humans in zombies as well.
The real enemies all along.
So this enemy PMC group
absolutely.
Is in the world.
That's another, again, important to the story when you go back to Sakayev and this Terminus Outcomes PMC group. They're his muscle that he's hired. They found that Ethereum. They want more in true sort of bad guy fashion, and they are across the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight these AI. There's gameplay loop tied to them where there's a progression on that side, and you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies.
Yeah, I'll message
and
Paige,
Kevin
Dave.
Loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot
I know
a few,
she's in
you get a
Baby
big
Land,
horde
which has
of
been
them.
awesome, but she's been taking a little bit of a break, which I think will be really good for her.
Into the
oh, that's
AI.
cool.
And,
okay.
And it's basically the zombies are third-partying.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So we're 100% team zombies, and you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage, so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really just I can't express the moment when you unleash your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
Awesome. I can't wait.
This looks fun.
Well, you guys saw it after the Zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple of minutes, Lottie's going to give you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That thing is absolutely absurd. It's 100% something that you're going to want to see in Zombies day one. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone. We're deep diving into Battle Royale.
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy, it's going to be
tuned.
Warzone is
awesome
next.
stuff. Firstly, Kevin, Miles, I want to thank you guys so much for your time. Your passion is infectious. Your love for this is truly inspirational, and I'm excited to try it out.
I wish we could stay and talk about it.
Yes. I think we
You
could.
did draw your self-portrait.
Well,
Kevin drew some lovely.
Now, I have to say, I could be wrong. Does it feel like the developers are genuinely excited about this? Not just from a spot of like, here's a new game, here's all the new weapons. Like, it seems like there's some passion that's leaking through the developers where they are genuinely really excited about what they've produced, as well as the community is really excited. Now, I know we all get hyped and everything, but this has got potential. Man. Hey, Jesse, connect with us on Discord if you're not already. I would be happy to get some time. Maybe we can do some community, just a multiplayer on the beta for, it depends though, are you on PlayStation or computer? Because there's a PlayStation beta, which I'll be playing towards the end of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then there's a PC Xbox beta later that week that I'll be playing a bunch as well. So it would depend on the platform as well. But connect with us on Discord, connect with Dave there, and depending what platform you're on, we might be able to get a squad together.
Level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack stealth
Oh,
tech
Dave, message me.
I mean, I cannot.
I wanted to propose something to you, Dave, but message me when you get a chance, okay? Just message me so I can remember. All right, I've got to take a break. I'm going to go pick up my son from the probably PS5. Okay, then we might be able to get a squad together, Jesse. But yeah, message us on Discord and we'll figure some times out. That'd be fun. I'd be down. Let me go pick up my son and then we'll get back for the Warzone reveal. Sound good? Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'll give you guys some music while you wait. Should do a more exciting screen, huh? No sound detected. There we go. Do I have, let's see. I'll put a little bit of this jam on. right. I'll be back, y'all. Gotta pick up my son from preschool now. Jamming on the chair stream. Chair stream be like this. Ready? Hey, we're back. Back once again. It is a great beat, though. Sorry to leave it going for so long. It's the only song I had up that's copyright free. Go check out Stream Beats, 100% free. They actually make a lot of good music and a lot of good genres. Harris Heller. All right, here we go. So let's jump forward. And with Zomzoms. Here's that Soul Eater. Let's see. Let's check out the Soul Eater here. Or Soul Harvester, excuse me.
I just want to see that whole horde come towards me. I want to have that crazy Scorcher, light them all up, and get to the action right away. But they have those layers for everybody. If you're new to zombies, you can just stay on the outside, loot up, and take your time. So a bunch of different elements to this year's zombies, and I'm super excited to get in there.
Certainly are tons of elements to be excited for. And we're also so excited to announce the Soul Harvester Tracer Weapon Blueprint for the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. This gun is stunning. It will be available starting October 17th in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone to anyone who pre-orders the Vault Edition, and comes to Modern Warfare 3 on launch day, November 10th, folks. Make sure that's in your calendars. You're going to want to run this blueprint, I promise you, when the Haunting launches, because in addition to the traces and custom death effects, it will help you collect souls faster in a special upcoming event. Stay tuned. And you can turn those souls in
that
for
means it's
rewards
pay to
as well.
play.
So when Modern Warfare launches, the blueprint is going to come with the dead wire ammo mod that lets you electrify undead hordes.
You mean to tell me there is an actual weapon that can fetch me their souls? I just wanted to get it out on broadcast. Sorry,
to get
guys.
it in, didn't he?
Plenty, though. Still coming up later today. COD Next doesn't finish just yet. We've got a day of Call of Duty action ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately following Next, we will be...
Have a cup of tea.
Yeah, cup of tea.
You know,
All right, so we're jumping forward to actual Warzone content here.
We're in the right place. We'll offline.
We definitely are. But yeah, we're really excited to have you and talk all things Warzone, because I know everyone's chomping at the bit to get this information.
They are, and we teased it a bit earlier. There's a new map coming to Warzone later this year, I'm happy to say. But Ted, tell us where we're headed.
Ready? Welcome to Urzikstan.
Ooh, okay.
Where the Middle East.
Take a look. Here's Urzikstan.
This is it. We've been waiting. We've been sort of hinting all day long, right?
Hinting all day long, a little bit for the last week.
That's smaller,
it's, of course,
right?
Got 11 unique POIs here.
POIs, all seamlessly integrated. Brand new map, full of wonderful nostalgia that we'll dive into as well when we play.
And you mentioned this is where the Middle East meets Europe a little bit, Eastern Europe a little bit. And Urzikstan will, of course, be familiar to many Modern Warfare players as a central location from the campaign, of course, where Farah is from.
Yes. This is my personal favorite point of interest, Zaravan City. Okay. You've got the huge construction site with the crane that's got an ascender. If you look carefully, you might see a zip line or two, which we'll talk about a little later.
Line, you say.
I saw that, and that definitely caught my eye. But any opportunity to also be in more lush environments with that industrial spin, I kind of like the Sorokin Industrial as well.
This is on the northern side of the map. Again, when we think about something like Warzone, you need those industrial districts. We got pop-off power. I made a joke yesterday with our creators that they'll be popping off here, I'm sure, later today. Yeah,
that's going to be a thing.
That's
wonderful
how it works.
point of interest. This is Shahin Manor. Again, like really built around that kind of close quarters combat for our players to experience.
Awesome.
If that's got a lot of loot, that could be
I've had
interesting.
Some really fun close quarter engagements here.
Lowtown.
Lowtown.
Where the rats are going to be hanging out. Here in Old Town, these are next to each
Oh,
other.
man, can you imagine
There's a
trying to clear
train
that
line
out?
running through it. This is sort of in the centralized area of the map, so we expect this to be a hot drop.
Yeah, Old Town, Lowtown, put nearby one another. Of course, we've got this
When is this
beautiful
dropping, I
ruined
wonder?
architecture, sort of a
Like
bit
what
of
date?
those touches across the map here. And
All of military base. I'm hearing this is your favorite POI, huh?
my personal favorite, I love a military base way back
PUBG
in
vibes right there.
Verdansk. You can find me
dude.
at the military base. And so
Wait, is that from the original Modern Warfare 1?
And what's sticking out to me, looking at all of these different locations, is density. There's a lot in between different buildings, different locations. It really feels like there's going to be some fun opportunities to get some good fights in.
Yeah, it was one of our focus points, and I love this vista shot of the map, but it was genuinely one of our focus points was to say, how can we make a more dense map where it feels like, in terms of like rotation opportunities, the regain, that there's always somewhere like you can go and kind of call home.
So they're getting rid of a lot of the dead space.
And we touch on, I think what's really interesting is you and I have talked, Warzone has been here for a number of years now. We've had a lot of opportunities to take those experiences, and it feels like you guys have really worked to apply those experiences to this map.
Okay, new gameplay, baby.
Where when we start to talk about the game, we always reflect on, you know, the many years of Warzone now and what our players have loved. So I think when players play, and you'll see this very shortly, there's little bits of every map that we've had to date, but at the same time, it has like a freshness to it. Like when we think about new maps, it has to have a newness at the very same time.
Oh, they're playing. They're live.
This is
They're
it.
dropping
Right?
in. This is
First
the
time.
very first time you were seeing live
Warzone.
gameplay from Urzikstan.
And who better than Dr. Lupo to take a look at?
I'm
because
so
he's-
excited.
You know, he's going to pop a few heads from across the map, too. So, I mean, he's even trying to do it a shot.
I mean, they're warming up, but I've seen him crush with shotties today in MP, so I have faith.
I'm curious about like slide canceling. How they integrated the
This is
new
actually,
mechanics here.
Quite exciting to check out here, especially that, you know, we got ourselves a little bit of a fight happening here. So I think Lupo does manage to get the better. And just again, it feels so fluid. And I think one of the points that is really sticking to me here is also just on that movement front as well, right?
Yeah, it was very important to us.
Yeah.
And so
So they've
tell us, Ted,
completely
Warzone
updated
shares
the movement.
Same foundations of Modern Warfare 3. Raven worked really closely with Sledgehammer to
That's
make
awesome.
sure all of those gameplay features that we covered in multiplayer earlier today are aligned with Battle Royale. Can you take us through that a little bit?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we've been working with Sledgehammer all year. They've been a great partner because we know when we make something like a big Battle Royale map,
Lupo's a
we need that
boss.
movement to feel fluid. We need the traversal mechanics, the mantling. Everything needs to work well and seamlessly.
Yeah, and again, it's the classic Call of Duty feel, right? You're obviously going to be getting that here, but to see that, I guess would the word be parody? I guess I'm thinking of just basically seeing how
Continuity.
continuity is a
It-
better, is a
It's
way
like-
better
Wall
word to
bang.
use.
It's
Yeah,
experience it with synergy across all of the modes. You know?
yeah, synergy. I love it.
I love that
I
word.
love that we managed to fit synergy.
And at the same time, you know, we saw earlier on from Greg and the team that they increased their health to 150 to actually match Warzone. So
Yeah.
not only is there a synergy with movement, there's also a synergy with the gameplay
But
itself.
that has to be pretty awesome for you as well, having been involved in Warzone for so long,
Wow.
and the amount of love and passion you have for it.
So they're
To
gonna
see,
have
like,
the
hey, when
same-
players load into the game, like the experience is going to be the same. So try it out, right?
The
water's
same
warm.
base
move
health,
around. Yeah, we
the
saw
same
zombies, we
movement.
saw, you know, now with
Practicing
Warzone,
multiplayer
we
is
want our
actually going to be
players to be able to
practicing for Warzone, which
This
is
one of my favorite
fantastic.
weapons that I can pick up in the map right now. I love the scope on it. I hope Dr. Lupo likes it as much as
Yeah,
I
let's
do.
see. I mean, this
We
I
better
expect a
take
lot of
some.
people to use this today. Oh, they're up in the
Oh,
crane.
they're in the crane.
Let's go.
Okay, so Ted, the crane has a vertical
Whoa.
ascender
Whoa.
for you to
Yes.
get all the way up there.
Oh, because it's such a good redeploy mechanic. You can literally use the
He's
map
gonna get him,
to
isn't he?
redeploy. You know, you can go up to the crane and jump off and
No,
go to wherever
too
you
long.
need to go.
So he's just equipped a Guardian.
Yes.
Guardian,
Oh,
we
got
talked
him.
A little about in
Got
MP.
ratted.
I said I'd talk about it more in Battle Royale because I think this is something we're going to see a lot of today. This is a new kill streak. Can you tell us a little bit more about how it's going to play out in
Yeah,
VR?
it's a. I mean, I don't want to critique that gameplay there,
Yeah.
but maybe, just maybe, if he put it down, that could have been the area of denial that he actually needed to win that encounter. So it's very much about if you're being pushed or if you want to defend an area, get that Guardian down to keep you safe effectively.
So
Yeah,
that
so again, it's not
Guardian
eliminating any
slows
players,
people
but it's
down.
that stun effect
Yeah, sure.
that it's having on
Look
players.
at where he is now.
Uh-oh, the gulag.
Ooh, first gulag
And
experience.
is that a
Here we go.
fully kitted out gun as well? that I'm
So
seeing?
this one's not. This
Okay.
is actually
R9.
just I think it's normal AR.
Ah, okay, yeah, I see that.
But what's interesting about the Gulag is we've gone back to this 3-lane experience that we've had.
So this is the brand new
yesteryear.
Gulag.
Ooh,
simplified.
got fried.
Close. Oh, he'll be kicking himself
But
out.
it's got a little treat in the middle there that we didn't see. We might see it later. Can you
Yeah.
tell us what we can expect?
So with
the
this
Gulag
group
today?
of players, they are so good at this game. So we'll have to see if the Gulag
I
lasts that
know.
length of time. But for anyone at home,
Ooh,
in
got a
previous
good hit there.
Warzones, we've had a capture point. which was the overtime mechanic. But this time around, it's an ascender, and a rope drops down from above, and you can ascend and get out.
So it's kind of like, you know, I'm a big pro wrestling guy, so it's kind of like escaping Hell in a Cell or something like that, right?
That may have been some of the inspiration.
Okay, I'm all about that, baby. That makes me very, very, very happy. But as we continue to see these players just like run around, we're actually,
okay, so that's interesting.
Currently, so we got a bounty up right now.
Yeah. So what I love about the bounty that we've updated is when they complete the bounty, I should say if they complete the bounty, they'll actually get 1 UAV ping, which is a new mechanic that we've added for the bounty this time around.
Okay.
And so this was a bounty that you brought back from Warzone originally.
I didn't see if it was the big game bounty or the normal bounty.
I was talking about big game bounty. I
that's a
assumed
good
this
segue.
was big game bounty. Can you talk to us a little bit about that contract, which is new?
Yeah, the big game bounty was a fan favorite going back to the 3rd year of Warzone. And it's something that this group in particular, like the really high skilled player, I don't know why they love it, because it effectively marks the highest killed player in the game. But it's great for content. It's got a great reward with the advanced UAV. So yeah, really happy.
We want to be recognized for our hard work in game.
100%. You know? I mean, I'm never going to get marked, so I'm cool. Like, I love the contract. I'm
Same
safe.
here. I'm good.
Safe. Yeah.
I'm vibing, baby.
He's got a loadout.
The most kills.
Most kills in the match, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if you complete it, you get that advanced UAV.
Advanced UAV, which is super powerful, great for the end game.
Look at the slide canceling.
Actually, now, as the game continues to play out here, and our competitors kind of get the lay of the land, I find it to be really refreshing for these players that, you know, they were just toiling around in Modern Warfare 2 maps, you know, old Modern Warfare 2 maps, but now they're going into something fresh and new. Is that like an objective for you guys with this map to make it feel
look at the movement speed difference
fresh,
here.
Make it feel like you're jumping into this with a new pair of eyes.
It
so
is noticeable.
We think about a map, you have to think about both the map and the gameplay. Like they're so intrinsically linked. So hopefully a little bit later on, we'll see some of the gameplay that we kind of hinted at. I saw the team beforehand hinted at the drivable train. Haven't yet seen if a team.
A drivable train?
But that's the newness. You know, it's the new map plus the new gameplay, and those things combined will yield today's experience that everyone's playing.
Yeah, and also feels like a lot of quality of life
features,
right? And also some great gameplay features that
third party
have been introduced into this that I'm also looking forward to, because traversal, the big thing in BRs, you got to be able to rotate effectively. If not, you're gonna get wiped out to the circle.
Seeing one
a redeploy pack.
I see a zip line off in the distance. We're gonna get a better look at them here.
Better.
This is the
here
crane
we go.
we were talking about
Here's
earlier.
the ascenders.
So
you can go up.
Yep.
Okay.
But for the first time, in addition to
redeploy,
going up.
Redeploy drones.
Oh, that's
cool. Okay, so there's the redeploy
we're bringing
drone.
those across from Al Mazrah. But then, here's the
nice.
The new.
I was going to ask when we were going to get horizontal zip lines.
Yeah, so I mean, we were so happy to bring these into the map. It really fits the POIs and the layout of the land.
Yeah.
But also, you know, this group here, they're going to use them to push another team.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas for a lot of our players, they might use it to move
Evade.
away or evade
Yeah.
a team. So it's got dual purpose.
Dang,
I'm
this
sure
is
we'll have
sweet.
encounters where they meet each other.
On the zip
happens when
lines.
players on a
they
zip
go
line?
They go past.
They go past each other. Okay,
but you can use your AR. So.
But I mean, like, you should shoot.
Yeah. You could duel like an old British horse.
You can do like 10 paces, turn around, zip, and then just go and try and see if you can take each other out.
It's content.
No, that is really cool.
Especially over water, we saw them sort of between the higher buildings. We're going to have them across the water. I think in terms of getting across this map, can you tell us anything about this map in terms of size, sort of what to expect for folks at home who aren't going to maybe get a sense of it from everybody today?
What we did was, obviously, we always look at like the latest maps. So we look at, Caldera and Al Mazrah. So it's closer in size to Caldera, a little bit smaller than
Slightly
Al Mazrah,
smaller than Al Mazrah.
but it's more dense.
Okay.
So it should feel like, in terms of land space and mass, it should still feel very familiar.
And so when you say dense, we mean to less open spaces.
More
Yeah, look at that. There's very little open space.
And I'm even seeing it here. Like, there are
very
some
little
wide
open
spots where
space.
snipers can have a great time, but there's so much like.
Okay, he's going for a
urban,
fortress
dense
here.
Environments.
Yeah.
Has there been some like really cool play tests where everyone's
Hey,
just,
hot
like,
drop in the
scrapping
fortress?
it out in these like wild locations, close quarters?
Like I mentioned, when we look at Low Town and Old Town, they're kind of like the rattier places. But again, we'll talk about some of those gameplay mechanics that we've added to improve that. It's it has the train line that runs straight through it.
Okay.
So you'll be in Low Town, maybe just like getting into it with another team, and then another team just comes steaming
rolls
through,
up.
literally on the train, and potentially pushes the team through the POI.
And Old Town and Low Town, of course, are on that central landmass. And here's the train.
Oh, man.
Speaking of the train that stops in Old Town.
Yes. Yeah.
Ted, tell us about this. I feel like everybody
Yeah.
downstairs is
They saw the
all over
handbrake
this.
yesterday and were like, wait, what? There's a handbrake on the caboose? So if anyone at home doesn't know, the rear carriage is called a caboose. We've got the UAV tower, the buy station.
on
If
the
you
train.
push- on the
UAV
train.
buy station on the train.
And if you push the driver's carriage, you can go
What?
forward, backward, you can
Nice.
stop. But the nuance that these players will find out today is you're in the driver's carriage, you're driving, happy days, you know, you're the conductor. But if a team jumps on the back and throws that handbrake, you're going to have to go and engage.
That's cool. Okay,
Or
I didn't
get
know
in
that.
a war switching
Yes,
on
no,
and
no,
off.
no.
Yeah.
So no, the handbrake controls it.
Controls all of it. So,
So,
that's the
so
master
you have to go
control.
back. And,
Dude, that's
So there's
sick.
almost like a decision you have to make of like, well, do I want to put a body over there, have someone defend?
All right,
the
we'll be spending
handbrake,
some
but then
time
you
on the
might be running
train.
into a full squad. So there are going to be some decisions players are going to have to make with these with this train.
Yeah, we had a great
High
play
alert.
test where I was on the train with a few others, and the train stopped, and we were like, "Hang on, we're here.
We're all here.
we're all here." So that can only mean one thing. Yeah. So it's a great like realization moment.
Your detective
Yes.
work.
Yes. You're literally doing a head count. How many people?
Say
have got it?
present.
Yeah.
We're seeing some super fluid movement here. We just saw them kind of parachute from building to building. They're on the move. I think they're getting to a buy station up here. Maybe pick up some gear. And Ted, which POI is this?
So they're just above Zaravan City, sort of in the old town,
favorite.
lower old town area. Again, I love the style and the theme. Like
So
this
different.
has that
Yeah.
kind of Al Mazrah like feel to it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
of course, fictionally, in the Great Modern Warfare universe, Urzikstan shares a border with Al Mazrah. It does. Yeah.
Okay, I just love how deep into the lore you are.
I am a lore head.
Yeah, I'm a lore head too, so it makes me very happy to see another fellow lore head here.
When I watch these guys behind us, our awesome creators,
Where's
and
his
community
teammate?
making the story,
Not even
making
close.
their content about the storyline and the narrative. I love it. I'm
Yep.
so excited. And
Oh,
Ted, you always
100%,
say,
Dave. I'm
great
literally taking notes
storytellers,
right now for
you
videos
guys
that
are
I'm going to
providing
create
them those
involving
raw
the
materials
train.
to create, and I
Yeah, we
love
refer
that.
to it as the canvas
Yeah.
for them to paint on. You know, it sounds corny, but those are the kind of things that we think about when we think about the types of map and gameplay we want to create. And if you look carefully, I've seen it happen a couple of times already. We have unsuppressed red dots that now show up on the minimap.
Okay,
Yes, the classic
The
minimap
classic minimap behavior.
will behave the same way in Modern Warfare 3
Wait,
multiplayer
unsuppressed
as
red
it will in
dots.
Warzone.
Oh,
sick.
sick.
How
Sick,
has that
sick.
added to the game?
When you think of something like a
So
big
now-
map BR, like Battle Royale, it's really important that you know where engagements are happening.
Yes.
For a lot of players, it could be they want to avoid that area, or for other players, they want to move. Did we get?
Personal favorite, I believe this is the cash gulag.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
We love the money.
Well, let's see
Pick
how
up
this
as much
works
as you can.
out.
Let's see if the.
Oh, there's a
assembler
bunch
comes
of free
down. Let's see
money.
if they push. Well, they're pushing.
I don't know if they're even going to have an opportunity
5
for it.
seconds.
Oh, she got.
Ooh. That was good.
Nice.
So
Very
now we can
clutch.
See the stress in her
Yeah.
face. Like
She's
the
like,
relief.
yeah.
Now that we
did
see
it.
the gulag, and of course, shout out to Chica for the clutch there. What are some things that we should be expecting for the gulag, because that was different.
That was different than what we saw before, Alex.
Yeah.
In fact, we got some video.
Here we go.
This is the OG gulag. This is what we're going to be playing
3 lanes.
most of the
Yep,
time
3 lane
in
structure,
the
yep.
3 lanes. But Ted, for the first time, there might be some other gulags.
Yes. So maybe right on cue, we'll see the night vision gulag. Look at that.
No
step.
Ooh.
So this is something that can happen from time to time. It's a chance of it happening. And we have several of these, and I almost don't want to spoil too much. You talked about the
I
cash
actually
one.
like
Yeah, we want to
earlier
wait
on.
to see.
But like,
Okay, there's
here's
the ascender.
that we've already
Ooh.
mentioned. That
So
if
do
you
you-
can get on it,
you
can
win,
get
I
out,
assume,
you
if you
can
get
be
out?
shot on the way up. You can be shot from below. Like
But you can
gotta be
also
careful.
get off of it and make a
jump
play
off,
as well.
Yeah, make a play.
That's cool. Okay.
We've seen some really interesting play tests of. I remember one of our designers shared a clip where the other player had jumped on the ascender. They also got on underneath, shot them on the way up, eliminated them, and then made it themselves.
It's like a little Matrix moment there, you know? You're just shooting
And
down.
again, it goes back to the storytellers.
Yeah.
We want our players to tell the story here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Call of Duty moments, right?
And we'll wait to see, if we get some of those other gulags that we're talking about. But it's ultimately you bringing the, implementation of the public event into the gulag mechanic.
Man, I'm
We're
so
showing them
excited.
off here today. It may not be like that at launch because we're still obviously in
It's
the
interesting
alpha
because
build,
so many of these
but,
creators
we've
aren't
got
communicating
some
with their
exciting
teammates
stuff planned.
at all. look like they have teammates.
And
I'm
our
assuming.
streamers are.
Dialed in.
They're you know,
I'm assuming they can
there's
hear them. Maybe not.
There was a tone shift when we went into Warzone in the venue.
They're
you
having
could
a
feel
good
the
time.
tension where everyone's like, well, here's my opportunity to pop off
They came here
in
to
front
compete.
of the world, in front of their creators. And it is great that these creators, you know, the passion and the time that they put in.
Someday we'll get to be at
you
this
know,
event.
has
That would
to
be
feel
sweet.
rewarding for you being a part of a team that has built this system.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, at Raven, you know, we have to cater to so many different player types. When you've got millions and millions and millions of people playing your game, you've got
Oh, look, UAV towers.
these creators who play 10 to 12 hours a
go
day,
back. I just
7
want to
days
see
a
that.
week. But equally, we know that we have people who jump on a Sunday with their buddies and just want to have some fun. So we always try and find that sweet spot of our mechanics, where something like the train, anyone can jump on.
Oh, here we go. Train time.
With the train. Yeah. But equally,
Let's see. Okay, so
we've-
you got a
we've made
dude, got a
changes, for
big fat
example,
lead on
what's
you.
happening?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we got 3.
Here we go.
Oh, good luck. Yeah, that's not gonna. Oh, lasers! Get off, get off.
Push from behind.
Oh, she's got her teammates coming. Oh, she does have her teammates coming.
Oh,
oh no.
I'm sure that was the smart play.
Mistakes were made. Dang, she's got laser aim though.
Was like, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, not worth it.
Laser
oh, man,
aim.
that is going to be a sweaty drop.
Yeah, I mean, she was seconds
We're
away
going to take the
from
one
doing
average
great
squad to the moon. Yes, we will.
Complete chaos.
Yeah.
Then Dave can jump on it at some point
Pretty
too.
soon
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
We're gonna have probably a
No,
winner
you'll be the
of our
official
first match.
merchandiser.
Yeah. Hopefully we get the news.
I mean, they've come here to win.
Yeah,
making,
we're jumping around
making the
between
stuff for all the big
streams
guys.
today, And hope you guys are obviously checking out your favorite creator streams here at COD next.
Really, really cool stuff. What else? I mean, like, should we be looking forward to?
I'm
right? 'Cause I know, like,
very
you
excited
guys are
for the
doing some
changes.
creative things with like the contracts and different things like that to really get people in the game to move around, interact a bit more, cause some more chaos.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, you know, we started talking about some of our quality of life improvements.
Yes.
And I think one of the biggest cheers we got from this group was that we brought pistols underwater. So if you're swimming underwater, you will always have a pistol.
Nice.
And I did not expect that to be the biggest cheer. But it shows the
Oh.
love that this group and I think our wider community, it's reflective of them too, have for like those small detail touches that just improve the gameplay loop as a whole.
Yeah, quality of life's definitely been top of mind.
That makes
you know,
sense because
building
it sucks
this
when you
map
end up in
out.
a
It's, as
in
you
a
said,
water dominant
something that Raven
end
thinks about,
and you don't have a
you know,
pistol.
building
You're kind
Warzone
of screwed.
from the ground up, and a lot of those quality of life changes that we've even made in the live game in the last year.
Yeah.
Expect them in
Yeah,
yours if-
carrying them forward. So everything that you've played and seen, like we've made over 100 quality of life improvements to the Warzone of this year. Everything carries into the Warzone of the year ahead of us. So
Yeah. And
I can
also,
pretty much go to
you
work
guys
whenever I
also,
want. Let's
with
go.
some of the movement as
Now, I
well,
don't
right?
know
So
when
there's
they're
some
actually
slides that go
releasing
on.
Warzone
Right? Like,
with the Modern Warfare
across
3
the board,
everything.
like,
Like, I
anywhere
doubt
we
it's
could just
November
tighten
10th,
up
but
and again,
maybe.
working with Sledgehammer, we've taken that opportunity. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
I actually want to talk about that because I said earlier that, you know, Warzone shares the same foundation, that foundational gameplay with Modern Warfare 3, so movement mechanics, all of those things. But you've put your own, you know, touch on specific things tuned a little bit more specifically for PR.
Yeah.
VR. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about, you know, how some of those perks might work a little bit
Oh,
differently
she got a
in
ping.
Warzone specifically?
So the UAV tower,
versus
is it
FP?
like?
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
so
Got 2 up
on
there.
On the Warzone side, we
Oh,
felt
they're
that
trying to
this time
capture.
around was an opportunity to have some unique perks only for Warzone. Because again, it's a big map. We have different player styles, different motivations. So
different experience too.
My personal favorite
Noisy
is Combat
butters.
Scout.
Okay.
Now I'm adding that because I like it.
Okay.
That is very much a
I
perk.
also like it. I am not going to go on the internet for
Okay,
several
reload
hours
cancels
after
back.
That's the beauty of perks. Is like the perk.
Dang, she's solid.
There should be variety. There should not be an optimized path. It should be that when you
That
come
is.
into the game, you don't know. You're going to be surprised when people have equipped. I expect some of this group will probably equip Shrouded, which is that when you get downed, you will automatically drop a smoke grenade.
That's
adds a really new dimension to
Whoa.
it. And equally, I think another one will be Resolute, which is when you get shot and you take a hit, you move faster to get out of dodge. So
Oh, that's cool. So good opportunities for, especially for like field, like a wide open field traversal, get shot, get a speed boost, get down, potentially a smoke comes down, your teammate can back you up.
There you go.
That's
That's
really
the
cool.
kind of variety that we're looking for.
Yeah, well, I will definitely run with the smoke bomb one because I know that is going to be me.
I'll run the evasion perk.
You'll run the evasion one.
Drop some duos.
It'll be
There's going to be some
super
interesting mixes.
Yeah, that's really cool, and it's almost like giving the character, giving the players, like as it's been said time and time again, right, that freedom of choice to be able to get really clever with like how you want to approach that, and it feels like
play style.
Tune that.
There you go. Here's another gulag.
Like player agency, we want the stories, etc.
So this is a traditional gulag. So you got 3 lanes.
Oh boy.
Tactical
How much
crouching.
time? Swifter.
Preparing for battle.
Will we see the long-rumored Ascender? The mythical. It's going to be a myth by the end. No one's going to believe us that it is actually an Ascender.
Got a Molotov out.
Players are
But
too
she's
good.
picking up that cash, so this is the cash gulag. But we're waiting to
Here
see
we go.
that.
1 second. The ropes come down. Grab it.
Oh, baited so bad.
Well played.
Baited so
Yeah,
bad.
she baited them really good there.
I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing too, just gone
It was
straight
a
for
honey
the
pot.
rope.
It was
Yeah,
like, oh, honey. I'm going to go for honey.
But now she's got that cash, right? So
Dang.
she's got both
Akari
of her.
took him
she's
out.
got one teammate down. She can go grab
Yeah,
it.
so she
They
just came
don't
back
get
with
it
a
out.
I think she's trying
ton
to
of
get
cash.
Oh, someone just actually did a buyback, so she's got to be
Okay,
careful.
there you go.
Here you
Enemy
Fight
right there.
See
Okay, there's
maybe
2.
somebody-
Oh, her teammate's
See
about
the
to get
suppressed
downed,
red
I
dots on
think.
the mini-map
Yep.
as well. Oh, the other
He's
teammate's down.
out.
Oh, she's pushing. Here we go.
This is ambitious because she's literally. I think. Does she have any help here? I don't think she does.
No, she doesn't.
They're both in the gulag.
The other guy's going to be down at this
Gulag
point,
of
though.
life.
Yeah.
Got the crack.
Big
Now,
dive to get out of
Can she
there.
make a run to that buy station? Yeah, she's
Nikari
good.
doing
She's
the
going
hard carry here. Butters is back. She's just redeployed.
Yeah.
Very well played.
Yeah, that top
dive,
enemy's probably
I've
spotting.
been loving
She's
that
solid,
we have
though.
the options of diving and sliding. You know.
Yes.
You can do some really funny things with the dive.
I love it. It's just ground loot. And in fact, maybe we can actually quickly talk about
Dude, buy your
ground loot.
teammate back.
We've brought back weapon rarity.
Okay.
Yes.
Go get your
Speed
teammate,
is
bro.
colored.
You just saw it right there. Like she picked up the blue AR. It's one of those.
Why is she
things
not buying her
that,
teammate back?
When you think about the looting gameplay, you need to be able to quickly see like what's that weapon, what's this item.
Yes.
Oh, whose drone is
even
that?
From a custom loadout perspective, it's got that pink/magenta.
She's probably getting pinged by that drone right now.
That card that you can see.
I think they ended up losing both of their teammates there. Hate to see it, but.
So Ted, what are some of the things that we can expect to kind of stay the same here? Like I see buy stations, redeployable
Oh, get that
buy
drone,
stations.
girl.
Are they coming back?
Yes, they'll be there day one. We really see this as a continuation of the current Warzone, and then just leveled up, polished, all new movement, etc. on top.
Got it.
So something that
Yeah,
a lot
'cause
of
I like-
people in this
I like
care
Warzone 2
about,
better than Warzone
that
1,
we
but
worked super hard on.
I think the faster movement will make the
current
game
Warzone,
way
we think is
better.
awesome. Is the good old Champions Quest.
Oh, the Champions
We've
Quest.
had some amazing moments in the last year since we introduced it, and it's been really fun for
Oh, the
a lot of
nukes.
people. But we want to open that up a little bit. What can you maybe breadcrumb us a little bit for what to expect with where you might take us with Champions
Yeah.
Quest in the future?
So Champions Quest is something that we're going to be launching during the first season. So we don't want to reveal. Oh, she's on the horizontal zip line. I'll
Yeah.
try and stay focused. There's so much going on. I saw the train. I was like, oh my god, the train. I want to talk about the train again. But no, Champions Quest. It's been a huge success for us all year long. That ability to nuke the map, the challenge of doing it is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So what we want to do for next year's Champions Quest is allow players to steal it from the team who is doing the
Amazing.
Champions Quest. You can only steal it once.
Okay.
So
It's
if you
only
see,
once.
yeah,
It's not gonna
if you see
change.
a team is doing it, push them, be the first, take them down. They'll drop the contract, they'll drop the pieces. You can pick it up and try and take it through to the finish.
My goodness, I
Wow.
cannot wait.
That's
All right.
crazy.
And it gives people more options to get on something like Champions Quest. They're not the only ones who get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Ted and I are gonna squad up. We're gonna get our
Take them down.
our first time CQ win.
Or potentially lose it,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that negativity out there. I'm so sorry. Well, let's actually go ahead and check in on our TCL Power Hour and see how many challenges have been completed thus far for the days. And remember, for each one completed, you have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. All you got to do is enter that hashtag COD Next and hashtag TCLX COD Sweepstakes. Once again, that's TCLX COD Sweepstakes. For each challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners. And thus far, we have 3 of our items picked up here. So it looks like we still. I didn't see which ones it was though. Was it the train? Did we get the train?
I hope so.
I hope we get it.
Can we see the card again?
Yeah. Actually, can we bring it up one more time? I just want to see what we have.
Here we go. Oh, we got
Scavenger contract. We did get a drivable train elimination.
Yeah, we watched it.
Oh, yeah, that was that.
Yeah, the pistol
For some
fight on
reason,
the
in my
back
head, I thought it was run someone over with the drivable train.
I honestly did too.
That would be legendary.
If that happened and we don't know, I need to see the highlights. So
Yes.
I'll be busy later.
That would be the first ever. It would actually be kind of cool. Oh, but there you see it there. But for now, though, we're actually going to head on over to Miles, Lottie, and Nameless, as well as Alley Cat, for their thoughts on live gameplay for Warzone. What you got for us, guys? What you think?
Choo-choo! All aboard the new train. That's what I'm looking for, friends. I was discussing with you guys prior to we got on camera. It was like, are we going to drop train, win the fight, pump the brakes, take the cash, buy our gear, all aboard, next stop? It's going to be an amazing experience. Like, got something to do with how you interact with the gas, but more on that later.
50 health. Well, now doorway, Miles.
Put it in a doorway, but the
And like you said, this does feel very reminiscent of Verdansk, but it has all the great changes like the guns, the blue guns on the ground, and we just saw a UI change like the gas mask actually being on your face the entire time and you can see it on your screen. I will tell you right now, I'm somebody who has really bad object permanence. I would always forget that I'd have a gas mask. So now that it's like actually on your vision as well, it's like it's a great reminder. Just really small things like that that can really change a game.
That's something that I think community members have been asking for, the amount of times players enter gas or whatever. A few more really nice quality of life changes. No matter what your loadout is, you'll see on screen right now, if you're in the water, you have a pistol no matter
that's
what.
such a good
Whatever
feature.
your loadout is, whether it's 2 primary weapons, whether you've got a melee, whatever it may be, there is a pistol at the ready when you do go underwater. Same for all the ladders as well. So that element of gameplay, I know. Dude, the first time I had a circle out in the ocean in Al-Mazrah, I dropped like a 12 kill spree because no one could get close. I was running around with a gulag pistol and it really worked.
Yep,
That
I've
is
done
not
that
case
before in the
anymore.
water.
Awesome quality of life change, whether it's gas masks or it's pistols. We're really just starting to learn our way around this place, and Sledge and the crew at Raven, great job in bringing all that to life.
And you know what? You talked about the gulag there. The gulag looks great.
Oh, my God.
I'm a big fan of, I know everybody likes different gulags that we've had throughout the years, but I'm a big fan of, like, let's just get into a gunfight. I see 2 walls in the middle. Let's just get into the gunfight, and better man gets out of the gulag. And we also see that they have the rope, the ascender, where you can just
I got a
jump on the
voicemail from
rope and get on
TCL.
out.
Hopefully they have a fix for the
Couple
refresh
different
rate. Need to
strategies
call
you
and
can
get
employ
home.
with the
Oh,
person
yeah.
in the
Well, at least they're
center
calling you
and
back,
just shoot him
Dave.
as he tries to escape. But yeah, man, Warzone this year, it looks phenomenal. It feels like the answer to the call of the community. Everybody's just been wanting faster movement, you know, some of these new perks and being able to play it your own way. And I think a lot of the creators in here are having a blast getting into this new map.
It's just really fun as well to see different variants of the gulag, whether it's night operation one where, you know, you come in with an MVG, not that it's going to be that common. The idea that there's a cash gulag where there's money all over the place. I mean, yeah, I'm one of those players, I know a lot of my friends are, where you see it, you grab it, and that's going to encourage the loot. But there is a massive danger. We just saw one of our streamers leave the gulag with like 6.5K.
Your teammates
That's insane. You can buy the teammate back. That's a game-changing moment. That changes the way Warzone plays. And we want a little bit of random. You don't want this to be that predictable.
Yeah, it
One
just
thing you
speeds
do
up
want to be
everything.
predictable Is how efficiently you can take down your opponents.
Yeah. Getting rid of that
That's been so
downtime.
nice to see. Headshot indicators now, you see you got a double X on the hit marker. You
Oh,
know you're
nice.
dealing damage to a head. The limb damage has all been uniformed across the board. So you're going to get a much stronger and more, you know, predictable feel of how my weapon performs, how my attachments perform with that weapon, and how I can employ that to the best of my ability and the best of the situation I'm in. It's just really nice, man. The last thing you want to be doing is guessing in a game like this.
And I think, exactly, Miles, and I think something that may have went over a lot of people's heads when they were talking about it was the evasion in this version of Warzone is going to be way better than before. We talked about that perk, but also the horizontal zip lines. I mean, that's massive. They've had big upgrades to quality of life in terms of trying to get in fights and evade over the last years. Like we had the PRD where you can go up and redeploy yourself and fly away. I think all those things are going to be coming back, but now you also have the ability to hop in these horizontal zip lines that they've placed throughout the map. So, you know, if you get into a fight that maybe is pretty far out of the circle, you can take your time, finish that fight, and then strategically use those zip lines to get back towards circles. So I think that that's something, you know, it just piqued my interest in the way that I like to play the game.
You're talking about evasion as well, and for me, you know, going back to small things like the gas mask, you can now put the gas mask on, toggle it, with tear gas. I mean, there's
Changes a
ways
lot.
to make sure that you can survive. The survivability is so, so big. You know, no more wafting in front of the face. The gas mask will go on, and you are able to evade enemies and try and counter things that are coming away, because that's all that Warzone's about, right? It's being aggressive, but also countering pushes that are happening from left, right, and center.
I think a big point is like the controlled chaos in
Oh,
Warzone.
he's
That
so
was
close.
something that always really stood out to me, is like, it's really chaotic. You don't know where the gas is gonna be, where you land changes a lot of the time. The loot that's on the ground is, you know, pretty different most of the time. It's very unpredictable in that sense, but there's those predictabilities of having a horizontal zip line now, like knowing about the rotations. It's those little small things that you can control. And something I really, really enjoy is the fact that I feel like obviously most people's goal early game is to get your loadout drop, right? But again, with the amount of loot, I feel like there's a
dude
lot
just
more
landed.
loot on the ground as we've
Where's
been
his
watching
teammate?
gameplay. But again, the gun quality of life, the attachments
Where's
and
number
stuff,
3 is
maybe
the
not
question.
prioritizing the loadout so much as getting to a certain stronghold or getting somewhere else on the map.
We're seeing Swag here with the MCR, and that's a single attachment on the weapon, and he's looking fantastic with that thing already. A lot of players have been talking about this.
Yeah,
We saw
Swag's
Shotzi
kinda
on
nasty,
Twitter
though.
Not too long ago, or X.com, whatever it's called these days. Talking about how auto-aim feels like it's been slightly reduced in this game. It's a little harder at certain ranges to land very, very accurate shots. That's really nice, man. I mean, that changes the way the game plays. More health, harder to shoot. The better you are, the better you're going to play, essentially.
Yeah, and you add that with that movement, I mean, there's going to be a decent skill gap, obviously, right? And I think that's phenomenal. And like you said, we're watching Swag here. These are the guys that we're going to be learning from. You know, these creators that are in here figuring things out, what's going to be the meta, what people are using. And right now, he's rocking that
Gosh,
MCR,
he's so
he is
good.
beaming. You said he only has one attachment on here. Gonna get knocked, but I mean, that thing
That
is
was a caster
a
curse.
laser.
I like I was going to get third-partied anyways.
He was beaming indeed. And you see him get knocked down and potentially might do here as well. No, he does
Proper
manage
drop
to get
shot.
his teammates. He's going to be in the gulag. But I will say, when you are down, you do also have extra health now as well.
goes
There
his
has not
teammate,
only
too.
just been health added into in general, but when you are knocked down, there is that, again, survivability. Your teammates can make plays around you.
Stop
to
thirsting
get you
me.
up.
Yeah, stop. There's I mean, everyone needs a drink out there in Al Mazrah,
I'm
but
still
they're
gonna do it.
so very, very thirsty. Out here in Kazakhstan, it's a little different. We got a fun one, though. This is Optic Blake going up against Swag in the Gulag.
Who you got?
I got Blake. I got Swag. Come on, Blake.
I think I got Blake.
Come on, Blake.
He's gonna send out.
If it was a sniper, I'd pick
So-
Blake.
Ooh,
Oh, there it is.
got
Can't ever
lasered.
doubt Blake. Come on.
He had to deal 10 bullets, deal 250 damage there. So you're seeing like the full plates when it comes to, you know, like the amount of health and lot. As you said, when you go down, I had the pleasure of downing an opponent in Warzone. I took a sniper rifle to the head. They didn't. I couldn't thirst them quickly enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is just going to change the way the game plays. I would love to see any. I mean, this is something that more folks out there are going to know how throwing knives impact. Because we saw that was the absolute way to play Warzone.
Really was the
down
meta.
players, throwing knife,
I'm out.
immediately recover that bad boy, get out and get
I
on to
hope
the
it's
next
still a
target.
one tap, man. I need it to be a one tap.
Why? No.
Yeah, throwing knives
those
need that
fire
one tap.
rounds.
You got to reward
out.
people with them.
Yeah, we're seeing different areas of the map. You know, they talked about, I think it was Old and Newtown. I think it was what it was
Reinforcement
called. They looked
flare. What's
absolutely
that?
fantastic.
Going dog.
It's a night.
He's out.
Oh my gosh.
Ciao, peace. He's gone.
Bro
That was
just
incredible.
aced
That
that.
is a solo YOLO champion.
He
That man
smoked
knows
it,
pressure
flashed
is
it, and
nothing.
just jumped up the
Look at
ascender. That's
that.
sick.
How fun was that? Dude, the night vision looks good.
Low Town.
My boy was out there. All sorts of good fun.
This
happening
game's gonna be
here.
great.
And again, look how dense the map is. That is a ton of buildings, though. I mean, you know what I did see, though? Even in the largest
Yeah.
buildings, not a huge amount of stairwells. That was a real pain point for many, many players.
So interesting
Between
because
horizontal, vertical zip lines,
With that many
redeployment
buildings,
balloons, you
I
name it,
feel
there
like
are so many
solos
ways
is going to be
to
a
traverse this
mess.
colossal
People
landscape.
are going to be
And you know
hiding
what else I see, Miles? I see a
everywhere.
lot of rooftops.
Yep,
I see
exactly.
a lot of rooftops for those snipers. So even though that like there are denser areas, which might make it slightly more
Will they bring back
difficult,
the one-shot
there's still
sniper?
plenty of
I hope the
opportunities
slow
for
firing
those crazy
snipers will be
clips.
one
But you know what,
tappers.
Ali? I can just take one of those cranes and I can fly
Yeah.
right down to the rooftop. Seems like they have a decent amount of those placed around the map as well. We saw one on this screen right behind them. And, you know, obviously rooftops, there's some campers who like to sit up there, but there's ways that you can get up there and take
Dude,
them
the
out
old
and out
Verdansk
pretty
was the
nicely.
best for just camping on
and
the roof.
drones as well. You can
Only had
also
one
get
way
a
up.
drone in the sky and literally take the line right up there and try and get on a rooftop or try and counter a little bit yourself or fly away and evade, which is probably what I would be doing.
So we're still within the TCL Power Hour, looking to see if any more of those sort of the bingo card moments happen. Haven't seen anyone get a breacher drone elimination out.
Oh, come on.
Which is actually crazy.
Oh, there's
because
WSP. You can get the
it's, I mean, from our
conversion
experience,
kit for
especially
it.
multiplayer, very easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are all standing messing with movement. I came in, remember, I threw the breaches drone, 3-piece. Like, that thing is crazy.
That was me.
On the
I was also
on
a
the
part
bingo
of that.
card.
I
I don't know if you guys saw,
Stone.
but there's also somebody has to get a guardian.
Let's go.
No, it's a guardian SC
Yeah, like an
elimination.
opponent who's affected by the guardian.
just kill him, yeah.
Oh, it does it like this might be a juggernaut suit.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, someone's
Wait,
jugging.
wait,
Is Stone jugging? Of course he is.
Moving. I told you.
He's doing,
You'll be
oh,
shrooming
Destroy
like
and
you've
Z
never
laner.
shroomed before,
Oh, that's a
fans,
good
this game.
squad.
Everyone's very, nimble on their feet. A lot of twinkle.
That is
toes,
a
and you
good
even dress
squad.
for the
Let's go,
occasion.
Stone.
Put on even slicker shoes to improve movement, improve speed, strafe speed, how quiet you are, you name
Whoa.
it. Dress for the occasion, COD fans. It's time to dress up and have a good time.
Certainly is indeed. I gotta say, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just in
Aiden.
terms of just the style. We heard actually Ted talk about the way that it looks, and it's all kind of part of a bigger picture, looking a little bit like Al Mazrah at times. We also have the Dansk as well coming through, but I think the colors are just in perfect balance, so I think it also looks stunning.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks are like, oh, we want to go back to Verdansk, Well, you're close enough. Urzikstan is the country where Verdansk was.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man.
You're a
Are we
lawhead
back?
too.
Yeah, we're back. We're totally back.
You're a lawhead as well, aren't you?
I really am. Like, I read all the signs. I mean, I read the bits of paper. I love all this. I really do, mate.
You know what else is interesting? Obviously, like the perks are named a little bit different in this game. How you have your gear and your vest.
Zipline.
You're gonna be able to find
That's a fast
boots
zipline.
in Warzone, obviously, as well, and that is gonna shake things up, right? Because that prolonged slide, obviously, in the multiplayer and the arena gameplay, is gonna be different. But in Warzone, I mean, you have a lot of different areas that you have to traverse where that slide could come into play. So I think that that's going to be really interesting when these guys get their hands on it.
As well as the climbing boosts. We haven't actually seen too much of that, but what that does essentially is it speeds up your mantle ability, and you really do move crazy. I mean, Peter Parker will be climbing the side of some of those buildings and terrified
Yeah, so he
about it.
instantly pulled out a
I share the
pistol right
same
there,
last
even though he
name as
doesn't have a
him. Does
pistol
that
equipped.
mean I am also
That's a great
Ever been bit
feature.
by a spider?
Possibly.
Well,
Maybe you might.
I think we would know by now, Ellie.
I also beyond that, I wanted to point out the fact that who we were watching, they just did that play that we were talking about earlier, using the zip line to push a team, while another one kind of like just looks over the rest of the teammates making that push. So nice.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's very exciting, and in total, I'm happy to say, Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 different gulags.
Yes, with more to come in the season.
With more to come.
We want to make sure that this is an evolutionary part of Warzone. There's great ideas coming from everyone on the team because they're playing with the public event system, being like, oh, but we could do this and we could do this. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled because it's an exciting new feature for us. And we're back.
Back in the game.
Back in the action here. And one of the things that the chat was talking about, was about quality of life features. Packing all my ammo mule.
Is there anything else we should really know about 2024?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, this is amazing.
Yeah.
To have this opportunity and for me to speak on behalf of Raven and the whole Warzone team.
2024.
And I've said it already, our goal is to make 2024 the best year of Warzone. So when we sat down and thought about it, it's like, how do we
Talk to
deliver
me.
that
What do
to
we
our
got?
players? So I'm
We're
really
delivering it to them in an encrypted message.
Yes. So
it's
next
true.
year we'll be adding Fortune's Keep to the Resurgence map
Okay,
rotation.
Fortune's
It's
Keep's
back.
coming back.
It's back. Fortune's Keep will
I don't know if I like
return
Fortune's
in
Keep that much.
early 2024, but that's not it, Ted. I see something else hiding here.
So the best part of this, by the way, is no one here knows.
Okay.
So after
Ah,
one more
Rebirth
thing,
Island. I'll take
if
that.
wasn't enough, we have Rebirth Island.
I do like Rebirth Island a lot.
Dedicated community.
Island. Back.
That's a good map.
In Call of Duty, in the Resurgence rotation, coming later after Fortune's
yeah.
Keep,
So-
later in the year
So
in
early
2024.
next year we'll have Fortune's Keep. Just following, we'll have Rebirth Island. And I'd love to just give such a big shout out to our partners and friends at Hymen Studios and Beanox, because without them, those maps would not be possible. So big kudos to those guys.
I am hype. I think the community is hype. We know they have been itching to have their hands on Rebirth Island. And speaking of Rebirth Island, I think we're going to hear some exciting stuff coming up next.
Yeah, I'm over the moon. That seems exciting.
It's a mic drop.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
really
can't
is.
drop the headset.
I know
That'd
you
be
can't
weird.
drop the mic.
Does
because,
this flip? Can I flip?
No, we still have one more thing to do. A few more things to do. But oh wow. Well, firstly, I want to thank you for that. But first, before we do anything else, let's actually do one last check-in on the TCL Power Hour. See how many challenges were completed. Okay, so a little.
We're still at 3.
Reaper, I got a feeling. What do you?
About live again, I think.
Listen, he's got great legs too, but the chair, look at this thing. It's a Little Caesars hot seat. You were a little bit worried if you were going to actually be able to sit in it, if you were to fit, if it had been tested, you asked me, but how's it feel?
It feels comfortable, ergonomic, and stylish all in one, yeah. No, pizza.
You're looking absolutely fantastic. Hey, Sally, it's been amazing. Excited to see what you're going to do this year. You're one of my favorite content creators. I love you.
Thank you, I love you too.
Oh, that was beautiful. Let's get it over to Shift. I believe he's down with Tommy.
Yeah, Maven, I'm not going to lie. You may want Sally to carry you, but there is no better person in the history of Warzone to carry a duo or a trio than this guy right here. Tommy, first day, hands on the game, initial thoughts and reactions. Let me have it.
I'm loving it. The movement, the fluidity of it, the visibility of the game, everything's just so much better, and everything that everyone wanted, I feel.
Yeah.
So again, you were day
Seems
one
accurate.
Warzone OG. You played every map, including all the small things. We heard the teases on Fortune's Keep, Rebirth Island. If you were to tell the people at home though, like, what does this map most feel like compared to other maps the previous
This looks like the most uncomfortable chair ever made. And it is Little Caesars, man. It probably doesn't cost much, but you're not getting the great quality, you know?
Improvements. And
it's true.
The size of the map, there's not many dead areas, I'd say it looks like, from what I've played so far. Obviously, it's a little early to say too much on it, but I'd say it's a little bit of a throwback.
Fair enough. Final points, what are like your biggest overall takeaways, especially from the competitive side? I know there's people wanting to say, let me get into ranked, let me get back up to those statuses again. Where are you feeling the biggest differences, either mechanically or maybe just aesthetically on the map right now?
I mean, from the mechanics we've got so far, I feel like a lot of the competitive players, pro players, they're going to love it. I mean, they're going to find out their own little ways to move and how to improve the movement on the map. But just off the base, it's so much smoother, nicer. You get around the map much quicker, so it's real good.
Fair enough. Tommy, thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of the stream. And hey, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on, of course, what they saw with Warzone. But before we come back, we also have the Warzone mobile team. But of course, first, before we jump into all that, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you
All right,
by
I gotta hop off for today. Start working on some videos over the next couple days. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be streaming or not tomorrow. I'll keep you guys filled in. I'll post. We just got a lot of good shifts coming right now, but schedule and stuff is gonna need to get flipped around here and there to be more productive in the direction that we're going. So, thank you guys all for a great stream. I am extremely excited for Modern Warfare 3. Extremely excited for Warzone and all the updates. I think it's gonna be phenomenal. But until then, I'll see y'all soon, okay? Dave, I'll probably play with you on the weekend if you're down, all right? Bye!
At-home gaming experience.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. We've just witnessed a full hour of all good
Yeah, Dave.
new Warzone action there on Urzikstan and much, much more. I don't know where to begin. We haven't got too much time to get through this one, guys. So, Lottie, you take it away from me. I'm going to put my microphone down.
I certainly will. Do you know what? I'm just thrilled, to be honest. And I'm sure Ted was on the desk watching